You hear me, bro?
Good?
Yeah, you good? You hear me?
Yeah. I crashed out for a minute. What's good luck?
What's up, man? I
You're
feel good today, man. Been hooping today, bro.
you been hooping?
Yeah, I ain't lost today either. Undefeated.
Undefeated?
15-game winning streak.
What'd you say?
15-game winning streak.
Winning streak. Hey, that's a good winning streak.
I'm
Uh,
gonna add you to it.
huh?
I'm gonna add you to it.
Yeah, we'll see about. Yeah. What was I about to say again? Man, just walk away, bro. Where you at? Where you at, dog?
Nah, bro. The thing is, like, I'm being lazy. I low key, I should have just hit him up, but I was like, nah, first come, first serve. Whoever answer like the post in the community tab first, I'm gonna just let them hop in. So
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, there's many other topics. I mean, we already established you're a Luca hater. We already established that. Kyrie.
not,
I
not a Luca hater, bro. I just tell the truth.
Nah, you don't. I want to go with the Kobe thing, man. Cause like I'm curious, like why don't you like? I know you didn't say it was like crazy, but like why didn't you think like Kobe's like top five or whatever? Cause like
What
there's
you what you mean? What you mean? Are you saying he is top five or not top five?
no. Like you were saying, like cause I was in the chat with you, right? You were
Okay.
saying you think it's like kind of crazy that Kobe's like if you have Kobe in the top five. So I was like wondering, like
Yeah, because this isn't my official top five, but these are like guys that I think are top five players. Um, obviously, me, but I put me to the side for this.
first
But
out of this, like just get yourself out of this, like
okay, I got you. LeBron, MJ. Again, this is no order.
Kareem,
Um, I'm always gonna throw Magic in there. Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan,
Um,
no Kareem.
I'm getting there. Yeah, Kareem, and then I may even throw Bird over Kobe. I'm gonna throw Bird over Kobe.
To
I
answer.
know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. Without filling out the rest of the list, those are like top five guys.
Yeah, I want to read because there's some people in the chat I want to like answer. Two dribble. You go
He said two dribbles or three dribbles. It just depends. It depends.
though. You want to
Depends on the situation.
though. Ideally though, you want to like score in the league.
Yeah, it just depends on the situation.
The reason why I just have Kobe in my top five over like Bird or Matt, I just think for starters, like you even said it yourself, you value offense and defense like the same, right? So
Yeah,
like everyone, because I think there's like the definitive 12. This is my opinion though. I think there's like the definitive 12, whatever order you want to put in, because I think you got MJ, LeBron, right? Then I
yeah,
think team should be top three, but after you get to like 4 and 12, it gets like a little messy. You
yeah,
got me, Kobe, Bird, Magic. I think Curry's in there too, somewhat.
yeah. I agree. I agree.
Shaq, Will, and Russell. The only reason I
Yeah,
have for starters the longevity, right? So like I don't think Bird. I think Bird peaked higher than Kobe, but I think
mhm.
overall longevity like puts him over like Bird and Magic.
But
Also,
that's like when it comes to greatness, right? I'm talking about like just like the best players at their peak.
oh, at their peaks. Oh yeah, okay, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kobe had a
So
peak.
that's what I mean when I say that. Like the best players when they were at their best, who was the best? You know, if you want to do greatest stats, that's a whole different
Uh,
debate.
but I think like if we're saying peaks, then I think Shaq and Hakeem would be over like Bird or Magic because I think defense. Like I think Shaq like defense.
Yeah, Shaq was crazy. Yeah,
But I think Shaq, like, even though he didn't like average 30, like the way that like he changed the game, like I think there's an argument that Shaq changed the game more than Curry did. I wouldn't say that, but like I could see that argument that
yeah. I can see the argument, but I heavily disagree with that.
I just think
Um,
the defensive 3 second rule, that's why. Because the way like I don't know when they established it, but the purely off of rules and like even equipment, like
mhm.
I think they started the defensive 3 second violation thing, and I think it was like after his MVP season, if I'm not mistaken.
I forgot. I forgot honestly. Yeah, I forgot honestly.
Tough rules. I think Shaq like changed the game a lot. Also, like they were like literally like the only way to stop this dude is literally fouling him. Like that's literally the
Yeah,
only.
yeah. I agree. I agree.
What else? So yeah, if we're talking about peaks though, like I can understand. Like I can understand because I think even
Yeah.
Garden is over Kobe for peaks. I think
Yeah,
even
and I feel like that's a Bird over Kobe is a hot take for a lot of people. Me personally, like if you watch Bird, I don't think it's a hot take at all, but a lot of people, when I say that, a lot of people they disagree with that like heavily. They can't explain it though, but they disagree with that heavily.
It's a bunch of old heads. Let me guess. It's a bunch of old heads who disagree.
Probably so. I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are in the comments.
So like, it's not that crazy, but longevity, I just don't see like Bird like having the longevity that Kobe did or whatever. Like,
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
what else?
Then you got to factor in like the 5 rings and that type of stuff. Like we talk about greatness. But just best player at their peak, I have Bird over Kobe for sure.
I wanted to talk about like season predictions or whatever. Like, cause you said it yourself that you were never wrong about on paper teams. So who do you think is gonna win? Like, yeah, but if we're not counting injuries or whatever, cause you said
Okay,
that.
so you saying the championship?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's really hard to tell nowadays,
Yeah,
but
it's really hard. When was the last time somebody repeated? That was Golden State, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah, 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 yeah. Back to back with Katie. It's hard because you always want to naturally pick the team that just won, but
yeah.
history has proved that that's not a great metric. Um, I really don't know. Nate, throw out some top teams real quick. I'm gonna
Oh,
be real with you. Hold on. I might go with OKC or San
I-
Antonio. OKC or San Antonio.
the only reason it's like harder, you know why it's harder nowadays because of the salary caps and stuff. Like,
Yeah, exactly. They got to get rid of guys.
yeah, the second apron or whatever. So that's,
Yeah,
but I would have to go with OKC if they're healthy or whatever. But
yeah,
I think
for sure,
they have to
for
let
sure.
go, right? Like they're letting
You say
go.
what?
I think they're letting go Lou Dort. I forgot who else OKC's letting
Yeah,
go.
they sent him to the Hawks.
The Hawks.
Yeah,
San Antonio could be because if Wemby just takes up that next level step, then
that's what I'm banking on. That's what I'm banking on him taking that next step to next level. And then the other guys, Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, all those guys. What's up, man? But yeah, that's what I'm banking on. That's what I'm banking on. And Carter Bryant, all them young guys, they're gonna get better as well. The guys that they drafted. So I got Spurs and OKC at the top. If I had to pick,
you just have
I'm honestly, I might have to lean towards San Antonio.
until it's just because of Wemby. That's why. Because
Yeah,
realistically,
yeah,
they should have not made that finals because J Dub was injured and that like
yeah,
really.
exactly. And
Um,
I feel like even with J Dub, I just don't think he wouldn't have been able to figure out that Spurs defense.
you want to say so?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. It would have definitely helped, but I don't think he would have been able to deal with it. Lights probably would have been too bright. You got Stephon Castle guarding you, Devin Vassell, you got Wemby behind. I don't know if his game would have been able to figure that out. But we have yet to see. I haven't seen him in a big moment yet though.
Okay. I wanted to ask you. This is just an opinion. Why do you think there's been like more injuries in the league or whatever? Because like
It's man, there's so many like theories on it. Some people say it's because we play more today as far as like AAU and high school, all that shit, right? Some people say it's because of the training. We do all the resistance band stuff and all the fancy stuff instead of just lifting metal like they used to do back then. Then you have people that say the game is faster today, so guys are getting more in. I honestly don't know. I'm not gonna. But I do. We don't really. It could be a mix of all of that. It's most likely a mix of all of those things, but it's on a case by case study. You really don't know. If you really want to get to the bottom of it, like for example, Tyrese Halliburton or somebody like that, you would have to dive into that player's like history, figure out how many games they played when they were little, what other sports did they play, the injury history, all type of shit. But you can't just say it's because of this. I feel like that's a really like casual thing to say.
okay, this is my thing on why I think people are getting more injured whatnot. I
Okay.
don't. This is my opinion. Okay. I think that it's just unlucky. I think we're just having an unlucky stretch because at some point though we're gonna have a season where people get the most injured, right? At some point
Yeah.
we're gonna that gets injured. I think it's just unlucky scenarios or whatever. I don't think it's necessary because like if you go look at back then, right, the technology was worse, right? The equipment
Yeah.
was. I think that would just cause more injuries in itself, like the recovery processes or whatever.
Mhm.
Because recovery now, it's like it's way more better. Like an Achilles tear, like Tyrese Halliburton, like you seen him East Bay, right? Like
Yeah. He's back ready. He was playing 1v1 with JT and all them boys. Like, yeah.
yeah, like back then, if you got an Achilles tear, you're
Yeah,
fucked.
it was over. You fucked. Yeah. Same thing with Jason Tatum. Look how fast he came back. He wasn't the same, obviously, but look, he was still out there, getting buckets and shit, dunking on people like crazy. It wasn't
Even,
even a year when he came back, right?
yeah.
It was just crazy.
Give me a second,
That's
boss.
crazy. All right.
Huh? Yeah. 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 Sorry, my bad. My mom was like,
Nah, you good, bro. You good.
yeah. Well, oh yeah, even like in 2019, right? Like, Clay and KD, bro. I don't lie, dog. Them just coming back the way they did. Like, KD is still having like
Yeah.
26 on like he played 79 games. Like
Yeah.
Clay. So I think that whole injury thing, I think it's just bogus because it's like, oh, they played AAU games or the training. No, I just think that's bullshit.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
or whatever.
Like I said, we really don't know. It could be certain players, but you can't just say like, yeah, it's because players play more AAU, they play more games than ever. You can't just say that.
Yeah. I want. Oh, what are we talking about? So we're just going over different topics, like the in or whatever.
Yeah, just different topics, random stuff. If you got a question, you can ask it.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's here for like an hour basically, so like we got time. Wanted to ask you like, oh, AAU, because you said if you were an AAU coach, like you would just like focus on the development part, like
Right.
emphasize that a little bit more. Like, what do you mean development versus like actually just playing games or whatever? Like, how,
So, for example, if I had let's say I was teach or coaching a bunch of 11-year-olds, and we had like a 6'4" 11-year-old, right? Instead of putting him at center and just teaching him how to be fucking Zach Edey or something, I would have him run point guard. It would look terrible. He would turn the ball over a lot. He would miss everything. He would end the game probably like 20 turnovers. Parents would be mad at me. But by the time, if I keep that up, if I have the AAU team every summer and I'm training him, by the time that kid gets to ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, he's going to be like 6'5", 6'6", and can handle the ball and can shoot. Now he's going D1, you know? But if you keep him in that box and just at 11 years old, 6'4", keep him as a center, just rebound, put it up, post play. You're gonna win a lot of games. You'll most likely win a lot of AAU championships back to back. But when that kid gets to high school, he's gonna cap out at like 6'4", 6'5". He can't shoot to save his life. He can't pass to save his life. He can't dribble to save his life. He has never guarded on the perimeter at all. So now he's fucked. He'll be lucky if he get to go to like a low level JUCO, which he won't be able to last there anyway. So that's in a nutshell what I mean by development over winning.
yeah. I just think it really depends because what you even call it. Like, what about the shorter kids though? Like, I mean, they have to also be a point guard too. Like,
Yeah, you can mix it. You can mix it up.
yeah, mix it
Like
up.
you can have a very like versatile offense. Where everybody is like positionless offense. Everybody is doing the same shit. I'll put the shorter guy on the block, and then I'll put the 6'4" guy at the point guard, and I'll just mix it up. I could just have different plays for him. Or I could switch positions every quarter. Getting creative with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you. And I do. I mean, because I'm not like a coach or whatever, obviously not, right? But I do. This
Right.
is my and I just think the way like now the game's evolving more, right? I just think the way like most people just run offenses now is just it just doesn't work nowadays, right? Because like
What
now,
you mean? On what level?
well, I would even say like which like I mean high school if you obviously get to like the most talented player, right? Like they're gonna like no matter
Mhm.
what run, like, they're just gonna dominate. But I
Yeah.
also just the old way of like, oh, just have the big here or whatever. Because again, like as like they're evolving or whatever, right? Like there's new ways, like there's new defenses ways to counter just hand the ball to the big in the post or like shoot over here. The shortest is the point guard, just one point guard. I do think like how the Warriors ran their offense or how like the Suns back then ran their
Mhm.
offense. Like I think we need to go more in that because again, like you said, right, like a 6'4" big. Like if you're not even teaching any of like the big like any other skills, right? Just posting up because like you have like 6'10", like 6'10", 6'11" guys in the NBA like shooting threes, and sure,
Mhm.
most I actually say like I think that's heavily skewed because most of those guys aren't great shooters anyways. But like
Mhm.
I just have that mental base because you even said it yourself, Locke, that the fundamentals aren't as taught as much. And I also want to go over what do you like those fundamentals like all like
You said
as
what? You kind of cut out a little bit. What's up? What was the question?
no, I was just asking you like what do you think like are key fundamentals that we're missing like throughout like our youth
So first of all, playing without the ball,
playing
because
without the ball.
like for example, if you go to AAU game, the best player, the ball is in his hands 90% of the time. Everybody else is just standing around or they're doing what I call fake movement. They're just moving. They're not really thinking about what they're doing. They're not setting up anything. They're not running split action. They're not trying to get open layups or open three. They're not really thinking. Like mid range says a lot. They're just out there with their brains turned up. They don't know what they're doing. It's just fake movement. They're just moving, right? And the guy that's the best, the player that's the best, he's doing everything. He's playing like Luca at like 12 years old, which means he's facilitating for everybody and scoring everything, you know? And that's like the main problem. So the players off of the ball, they have no idea how to play off the ball. And the player that's doing all the scoring, he also doesn't know how to play off the ball at all. So that's like the first thing. And then things like just ball movement. So player movement and ball movement. Those are the number two things because most people, most coaches and trainers don't teach it properly. You know, it's easy to say, like, you know what good ball movement looks like. You know what good player movement looks like, right? Everybody watched the Spurs and shit, the Warriors. But most people can't teach it properly. There's so many like little like IQ things that goes into teaching off ball movement and player movement when it comes to the IQ side, the Steph Curry type of stuff, the Reggie Miller type of stuff, the Con Knipple type of stuff. But most coaches and trainers don't understand that. They'll just tell somebody like, "Hey, move! You need to move. Stop standing still. Run around. Move. Get out of his way." They'll just say shit like that. You're not teaching them how to think. You're just teaching them just how to react. You're not actually teaching them how to think the game. They have no idea what the purpose of off-ball movement is, which is why they don't care enough to do it. They don't understand what they're doing. They don't understand the value. But once I teach my players the value of off-ball movement, they understand like, damn, when I really understand off-ball movement, basketball is easy. Like when I'm teaching my 12-year-old player and we run threes or fours, he always comes to me and is like, "Man, I got like four open layups from the split action," which is basically what the Warriors used to run with Steph and Clay and Draymond in the post. You know, so it's things like that. It's things like that.
Yeah, and I just think the main problem is that like, well, coaches don't care, right? Like, I mean, you even said it yourself. It's like it's easy to understand, right? But like when I was like playing basketball and stuff, when I was on the team or whatever, like honestly, bro, it's just, hey, bro, give it to the 6'4" dude, bro. Like he's athletic, he's tall, bro. Like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
and to be fair though, it does win games, but why would the coach care about developing other players when that wins games? I just think like the way discourse, even in our society, which is winning or whatever, I just think like how do we even like how do we fix a problem that like coaches don't even care about? Because like again, if you have like Cade Cunningham right on Montverde, right, and sure they were a really good team, but most of it was through Cade, then it's like like how do we even fix it when coaches don't even give a fuck? Like
Well, first of all, at least from what I see, a lot of the coaches, like high school coaches, their jobs are always on the line. Like
yeah.
at least where I'm at, coach, they're like it's like a revolving door. Like every 3 years, every 4 years, coaches are swapping in and out. So most of them they could care less about developing. They're trying to keep their job every year. That's what my coach did my freshman year. He would always tell me like, I want to move you up to JV and varsity so bad, but I can just tell you haven't played a lot of basketball. And in my head, I'm like, I don't know what he mean, but like, damn, teach me. But he could care less about teaching me. He don't even know if he gonna be here next year. So he can only focus on the players that are already polished. You get what I'm saying? And then, funny enough, like 3 years later, he ended up getting a higher position at another school. So a lot of high schools, like a lot of these coaches, they look at certain high schools as like pit stops. Like, let me come here for 2 years, build up my resume so now I can go be an athletic director, or let me get try to be a college coach or something, or let me go get a bigger salary at this other school like a Duncanville or somewhere like some prep academy or something. So a lot of them just don't. That's really what I think the main reason is, from what I know and what I experienced with my freshman coach, varsity coach.
Honestly, the only way I could see fixing this problem is like what you're doing, right? It's not gonna change because like why would the coach care? It's a job, right? It's their job
Right.
to win. Not gonna give a fuck. They're just gonna get the best players. So the only way I'm thinking is like what you're doing, what Coach Midrange doing is just, hey, bro, you gotta be good, bro. Get athletic, bro. Eat a good diet, bro. Practice by yourself sometimes. Like I don't think like you paying for like a skills coach $200 like per week or whatever is gonna help you really. Honestly, bro, you just gotta get good, bro. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I don't know
Yeah.
how to tell you. Just get good, bro. Like they don't care, bro. Like they just care about winning. So like
They
that's just
don't.
the way we live in. But yeah, just get good.
And I be trying to tell parents that when I'm talking to parents, like, because they be like, oh, he or she is working with the coach or they're doing this. I'm like, the coach could care less about developing your kid. Like they could care less. If your kid is not good, they will ride the bench the whole season. They could care less. They're not gonna open the gym up early for your kid. I remember it was this thing called, we called it the Breakfast Club when I was in high school. It was only designed for the best players in the school, which was like two or three guys. One guy, he ended up going D1, the other one went to college. Like it's two or three. Everybody else, you just can't. He always said you got to earn it, you know? Like they could care, like if he cared about development, when he let in the players who actually needed it, you get what I'm saying? They could care less. You get what I'm saying? So, because I remember also, like to your point when you were talking about, like if you have a Cade Cunningham, just give him the ball, let him do his thing. You know, you're gonna win a lot of games. Like my coach, he would always just find like, for example, I was fast as shit, right? So we would always have this play, pretty much like a get action. I didn't realize it at the time, but it was like a get action where I'm standing like at the wing or like I'm cross half court and I'm dribbling and I pass it to my big, right? At the top of the key. And then I just like sprint to get it. And the big pitches it back to me and I catch it in stride and go full speed to the basket. Kind of like Tyrese Maxey, I throw it to the big and then I run and go get it. So I was so fast that coach, we just spammed that, because I was so fast, you couldn't stop me. I was just so damn fast. So, like, I should have been working on other things because I couldn't shoot, I couldn't pass, I had no IQ or nothing. But he's like, hey, you faster than everybody, so you just run past everybody. Forget doing all the things you're not good at. We're just going to avoid that. You know, or like in transition, he would be like, hey, when we get the defensive rebound, if you have the ball, pass it. We just want you to outrun everybody in transition. We're gonna throw the overhead, the outlet pass. It's just things like that. Most coaches are like that, and I get it. Some coaches will be like, yeah, you gotta, find what works and just do it. But it's like, especially at the youth level, development should be the key. In the NBA, of course, if you got fucking Jokic, throw the ball to Jokic and let him do everything. Luka, let them do everything. They have that ability. But in high school, we are kids. This is the development stage. We're not playing for no damn world championship.
Yeah, I would just say like all I could say for y'all, like even though there's no one watching this, y'all don't like me or something, man. All, all I just want to say for y'all
No, it,
that
al- it
hey,
always
bro.
get like 100 to 200 views when I post it, so people will come back and watch it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. All I just want to say to y'all, whoever watches this, is the best way, honestly, to make the team or whatever is just get athletic, bro. Like Locke even said it himself. He said it. He can't shoot. He can't pass. Could you dribble though?
I could just go full speed with the ball. I could do no moves or nothing.
That's all you like being an athlete, bro. Because the 6'4" dude, bro, Abdul Cates, you'll be able to find him. Trust me. You could just
Oh
search up
yeah.
his name. Bro, he was an athlete, bro. But that dude
Mhm.
sucked, bro. But he's so athletic that like, defensively that like he could just pick up the slack or whatever. But
Right.
yeah, like but yeah, like, honestly, like you just gotta put in the work, bro. Like I know I could have been better, bro. I know I could have probably made college or whatever, fine. But like y'all just put in the work, bro. Because like even with
Right.
politics or something, if you're that good, like there was a comment like in Coach Midrange's channel, right? And he was like, well, like guys make it because of the politics or whatever, right? Like, if you LeBron James, bro, hey, fuck the politics, bro. Fuck the
Exactly.
politics. You're gonna make
Exactly.
it.
That's what I always say. Like when players come to me and they're like, I don't play a lot because my coach. It's because of my coach. I know I'm better than everybody. I'm like, no, you're not, man. If you what coaches care about winning. So if you can help them win, your ass gonna play. It's that simple. If you can't, you're not gonna play. So that's what I have to tell players all the time. You know, in certain circumstances, the coach may be tripping, but more times than not, when a player tells me that, it's usually them. They're just not good enough.
Yeah, and to be fair, obviously, like maybe they are, but even so, just get better. Like even if you're better than everyone, you're not way better than everyone, clearly. Because if you are,
Exactly.
then you would just be on
Exactly.
this.
Exactly.
Oh, what else? Let's see. Any like things you've seen online that's like, cause you the what was the guy Carlos or whatever like the thing
No,
like.
no, that was my burner account. Yeah, Carlos was my burner account. So basically, me. You know. You still there, bro? Wow. You good? Yeah, yeah. You good? You good? What's up, y'all in the chat? What's up? What's up, Ortega?
Are we good?
Yeah, yeah. We straight. We straight.
Yeah, someone every time someone calls my phone, it like messes it up like
Yeah, no, you
completely.
good, bro.
So
You good. I understand. I understand.
the
But now, like I
shooting
said,
thing or
Carlos,
whatever.
what's up?
What happened?
You talking about what you say?
Did someone say something? The person like the post you made the when they were like what like what was that about, bro? I didn't read the whole thing, but I was like, damn, Law got beef.
Nah, he was just he always posts a lot of bull jive, just shit that don't make no sense. You know, he's one of those. Do you know Body Means Basketball like Coleman Ayers?
I think so, yeah.
He like he's he's one of his people. Like Coleman is so like popular online. He has so many guys that look up to him. They copy everything he do, but they don't understand why he does what he does and how he does it. They just copy him. And I think game based training. That's the dude. He doesn't understand much. He just all he understands is like, okay, Coleman, all he does is like teach a bunch of crazy stuff. And so I'm gonna just start making up crazy stuff. And that means we're doing science-based training. And it's just like he clearly doesn't understand what he's doing. And he's just doing a whole bunch of random shit. So I just commented and we just went back and forth in the comments, and he was real respectful. Like he wasn't, it wasn't no beef or nothing like that. We were just talking, and he was actually agreeing with me a lot, which is weird because I was like disproving his stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, I agree with that." I'm like, "What the fuck?" But and then the next day, I found out he made a response video. You know, so he made a response video, and in that video, still didn't address nothing that I said. My main points, he just said a whole bunch of nothing. You know, so yes, no beef or nothing, but I pretty much disproved all his posts in that one little thing that we did. And it's not hard to, you know, because I just told him, like, hey, the best players are not doing what you are teaching. I'm like, are they? Yes or no? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, how do you know that that shit works? He like, I don't. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing there? You know, that was my point. You're saying yourself it doesn't work. That I mean, that you know it doesn't work, or you don't know if it works. So like, why are you telling your following of 11,000 people to do it if you don't know it works? What type of sense does that make? That's most of the training industry. All these guys that have this science-based training and they all this extra shit, they have zero proof that it works. Yet they're on social media every day telling like people that form shooting is bad. stop doing this, stop doing all the things that Steph Curry did to get better. It's like, what the fuck? Like it just he really like I didn't really want to like go at him directly, but because all of them think alike and post the same shit, he was just caught in the fire. You know, I just commented on his shit.
Lie, bro. I don't know why, like, people who try to teach kids, like, just try to, like, complicate them in the most complicated way. Honestly, bro, in order to get better at shooting, because most people can't do this, just try to make 10 threes in a row. Like, honestly, like, it really is
Just
simple
so
like
shoot,
that. Just
man.
try, like, with mechanics, bro, like, honestly, like, because obviously it's very different for many people, right? But, like, basically leg straight, this or whatever, and then like yeah. But I don't know, bro. That's the problem. It's like I do like because when I was younger, obviously probably you and me, like we try to search up, hey, how to get better at basketball, and then we get like all these
Yeah, yeah.
complicated things. Do the cross like this or angle your body into a certain
Mhm.
way. So it's like, bro, like I think trying to teach kids how NBA players train is probably like one of the most overrated things because they're NBA players. They're that good enough. So I
Mhm.
don't know, bro. It's like, yeah, but man, just trying to make 10 threes in a row, bro. Like honestly, and with your dribbles, bro, just pound the ball as hard as you can between the legs, and then I guarantee you, bro, like you'll get better. Like on the mental stuff, bro, just be good, bro. Like, hey, you open, dog, just shoot the shot. Like, whatever you're nervous about, bro. Hey, put yourself in those nervous situations, right? Like me,
Yeah.
I wish I could have like got over that fear, but I wanted to be the I wanted to like I wanted a big part of it. I remember reading a study that core strength correlated with shooting. Strength correlates with like
Yeah, the core is pretty much like the it's like a support belt for your entire body. So it supports balance and things like that. So the stronger your core is, and remember the core is from like right here all the way around to your like your lower back. So strengthening all of that is going to help with your balance and help you moving efficiently like side to side laterally and things like that. So yeah, like balance and core strength, definitely. But a lot of people hear core strength and don't really know what that means. But the core is from here all the way wrapped around. It's literally a support belt. You know, when you lift weights and stuff, you have a belt. That's pretty much how it is. It keeps you upright. It keeps everything where it needs to be. So it definitely
yeah.
is very important for accuracy because if your body is all over the place, you're going to be inaccurate. I always say you want to be when you're shooting, you want to be as still as possible. Like Kawhi, Anthony Edwards, they don't have a lot of movement in their shots. Max Christie as well. I know that's a random pull, but he doesn't have a lot of movement in his shot at all. It's just very, very stable, like robotic kind of, you know. And I feel like the less movement you have, for most people at least, the less movement you have, the more accurate you will be. That's the answer to Stewart. What's
Something,
up?
yeah, something happened.
Man, you getting
We're
they
good.
blowing their phone up, bro?
Oh, bro, it's so crazy. Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to have strong arms, and core, whatever. I mean, honestly, core. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The training core, just do a bunch of sit-ups, bro. Like, way to sit-ups. Like, I'll get you right.
You said what?
No, I was just responding to this. Like,
Oh, okay,
I ain't gonna
yeah.
like core. Like, pull up bar, you could do leg raises or some weights,
Mhm.
I guess. Like, core also like get skinnier too because yeah. And also, I wanted to say this because of the balancing. You don't want a lot of movement in your shot. No, like you
Yeah.
do not. You actually want that movement like a lot.
Mhm.
Though ideally, because obviously not. If you could just shoot like this, bro, like you could just like sometimes how Jokic does, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, but that's really hard.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, ideally, you want to. This is ideally you want to score in zero dribbles. Ideally, though, that's ideally. Like I said, that's in a perfect world. But there's a reason why
Ideally,
we do.
ideally, you want to score in zero. You know, you
Yeah,
want to score in
yeah.
zero. Yeah. Then you can go like next step is one dribble. Then next step is two. The next step is three. But ideally, zero. Then you can go one. Then you can go two. That's how I look at it.
On ideally too, like if you were that good, you want to make a bunch of threes. But threes are hard, bro. Making threes are hard. Like making threes like that consistently, that's hard. So like, but like that's
Mhm.
also ideally too if you want. a bunch of threes. But again, like threes are really hard to make. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, what other predictions? Please, bro. I mean, the only thing I have is a Kyrie thing. But other than that, like, I don't really have
Man,
much
hold
more.
up. Before we get to that, bro. So, like you were saying, because I already know where this conversation will go with the Kyrie stuff. But no, like we were saying on like how to get better as like a shooter and things like how to get better on your own, all that shit. Like I'm known in my city for my mid range. Like funny enough, my nickname has been mid range since I was in 8th grade, which is crazy, you know. But like my mid range is that good. And when I'm at the park and at hoop sessions, there's always some people that come up to me and is like, how like what drills do you do? Can you give me any secret? What tips? How can I get my mid range like that? Show me your form. And I'm like, I don't have an answer for it. I'm like, bro, I just been shooting every day since I was like 7 years old. I don't do anything but just shoot every day, you know? And it's like that's what I be trying to like teach or preach to all of these trainers and players. It's like just go shoot. You gotta go shoot, bro. It's not no special drills or anything. Like most of the best players in the NBA, a lot of them just grew up. They just played a lot by themselves. They probably had a hoop in their backyard or wherever, and they just played all the time. Like Az Fudd, she's a WNBA player, played for UConn last year. Uh, Crazy shooter, elite shooter. Um, like most of the stuff she did growing up, she just played basketball by herself and with her brothers, just shooting all day. But then a lot of trainers who train her when she has a big game, they hop on social media and acting like they're responsible for that. I'm like, no, like she spent more time by herself than with any trainer, which means what she did by herself was more impactful to her game or more beneficial to her game than working with the trainer. You know, like imagine how many shots and hours she was out there because there's no time limit when you're outside in the backyard by yourself. You can go out there at 9 a.m. in the morning and stay out there to the sun go down if you want to, you know? So that's a tip to a lot of y'all who gonna watch this back and just go shoot. And she challenged herself a lot. Like we was all creative like this. We would say like, let's make 5 shots in all 5 spots. Let's make 10 shots in 2 minutes. You know, just stupid shit like that. You know, like, it's fun, it's competitive. Like cause she posted, I think this was during COVID. So she was probably like 16 years old. Like in high school, she made like a video for people to show how she works on her shooting. And it was just like that. She would just come up with like challenges and she would record like her shooting, making you got to make 5 in every spot, or I got to make 10 threes in 1 minute, you know? Like that's all you have to do. Just go outside and shoot. The drill don't matter. She was making up shit. She was a fucking high school girl making up shit. You know, like the main thing is go shoot. Doesn't matter what drill, just go shoot.
Do you have videos of like your 1v1s? Like, how many like do you take like videos and stuff?
Um, Recently I have probably my last 5 I've recorded. Yeah, I post like a little bit of clips here and there, but I don't like to go OD with it because I don't ever ask the people to like post it or nothing like that. So I don't try to go OD with it. But I'll post like little things like on my you probably seen like a few on my YouTube shorts or something. But like some of my most recent ones, I haven't really posted much of it. Like I said, I try not to do
Is
too much because again, I don't tell them that I'm gonna post it, so I don't try to go OD with it. But I can have like the full games and shit on my phone.
Yeah, if you have the time, you definitely don't. But if you had the time, you should probably do like percentages or whatever. Like the shot charts, like how some like YouTubers and stuff. Like
Yeah, I probably got the
I want
time for that, but I like soon. I definitely want to like just film like a 1v1 against somebody who I feel like is really good, and then just post it just for fun. You know, that's what I really want to do. I have like 2 people in mind because I want it to be a good game, so I want them to be like have my number. There's a few guys that really have my number. We play so much, and they're like taller, more athletic, so they just have my number, bro. They know what I do, and it's hard to beat them. Those are the games I want to post, not the guys that I be putting the belt to. You know, shit. Don't nobody want to see that. Y'all would probably want to see me like lose or like struggle or something like that rather than like blowing somebody out 15-0, 11-0 like I was doing today, 11-4 and shit. So, mm-mm.
four. Damn, who scored 4 points on you?
Huh? Y'all, you don't know him, obviously, man. And it was
I
some
know, but
lucky shit. Like my stamina been, I'm getting it back, but shit, like towards the end of the game, like that's a couple of like 2-player strategies. Like I always get up like 8-0. Every single game I get up like 6-0, 8-0, then I just gas out. I gas out. But I'm getting my stamina back. Cause when that stamina goes down, I start playing that Luca defense, bro. I'll be fucking tired, bro. I'll be just letting them shoot and everything. But I definitely want to post more on that. And I'm gonna start posting videos again soon. Very soon. It may be a nipple video. But I want to start back like the videos I used to
oh
post, like actual like videos and shit. I plan on doing that.
wait, that you had one of the videos. It was like you training like a tall ass white guy. Is that Conker Nipple? I don't know what video it was, but it was like some like
Who?
photo
I was training
that
with
just
who?
looks like Conker Nipple. That like or like there was a photo you had. I don't know if it's you, but like there's like a tall
Oh,
white guy and like
and I had like that backwards hat on. Like it was like a picture,
that's
right? Not a
Conker.
video, the picture, right? Yeah, that's my boy James. That was one of the first people I ever
Oh,
trained. No, it ain't Conquer Nipple. No, no, that's oh yeah, one of the first people I ever trained. Very crazy work
that nigga.
ethic. Crazy work ethic. Played college basketball and everything. Literally would walk hours to come train with me in the storm, bro. Like he work ethic's crazy. He walk in, his fucking socks are dirty, his shirt is muddy, it's crazy, bro. Like walk hours in a storm and lightning just to put it in the work. You know, when I asked him why,
Would
I'm like,
like be
damn,
able.
I'm like, damn, you didn't have to come, you could have canceled. He's like, no, I'm a man of my word, bro. Like I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah, I was the same way. I was just 5'9". Was he? Is he like D1 or anything?
No, I think it was like a high level JUCO or something like that. He was really good in high school until he broke his fucking foot during warm ups.
He broke his what?
Foot
Oh, he broke his foot. Damn.
during warm
In
ups, yeah,
warm ups, that's
on the ball.
bro. I bet he tried to dunk it and then he fell, huh?
No, I forgot what it was. He might have been trying to dunk or go for a lay, and he came down, and somebody else, because a bunch of everybody got a ball, and somebody let the ball loose on accident, and he came down and boom, just snapped his shit.
That's like one of my biggest fears. I ain't gonna lie. Like when you
Yeah,
just go up for it and oh
yeah,
fuck,
bro.
there's the ball.
Bro. Ever since Paul George snapped his leg, bro, I was so scared to play basketball after that, bro. Because that happened in what, 2013, 14? It was something like that. But I was somewhere around there. I was so scared to play basketball after that, bro. I was terrified. I didn't even want to jump.
Again, the fact that he came back, crazy. So I ain't gonna lie. Like
His shit was on the
2018,
floor,
2019.
bro. His shit was on the floor. Like that was a
I
bag
know.
like that. Shit.
And that Sean Livingston one is still haunts me, bro. That Sean Livingston one, that one still
Yeah.
haunts me, dude.
Oh yeah, bro. Man, and that was crazy. That was crazy. Do you know who was the college guy from Louisville? Yeah, I think his name was like Ware or something. You probably didn't. Did you see it?
Khalil, is that
That
is his name
might,
Khalil Ware?
it's I know his last name Ware, or his first name might be Khalil or something. It's not the guy from the Heat, obviously, but this was back in like around similar time as Paul George, probably because this when I was younger. And like he jumped, I think it was a jump shot, and he came down, and it's like bone came out of his leg, out of his knee, and like
Oh,
that shit was
I see.
crazy, bro. That shit traumatized me, bro. Like that, and then the Paul George shit, and then the football. There was this football player. This all happened around the same time too. Because I was a football guy growing up. He had like snapped his entire leg. It was going this way, and the entire leg was snapped in half. Bone was out, going up. His leg was going down to it. That shit traumatized me, bro. I'm saying that was my worst fear. So like in football, I was the star running back, so I'm getting tackled every possession. So like when somebody would hit me and I would see somebody else coming for my legs, I would always just get down. I was so scared. I'm like, you're not gonna break my legs, bro.
See if I can find clips of you online, like
You said what?
Christian. I could probably. I want to see
What's
if I
up?
can find clips of you online because
Probably not.
I,
There's like
I don't
some
really.
there's like probably not clips, but there's like a couple like newspaper articles when I was like in middle school and shit. I've seen them like because everybody kind of look up the research themselves sometime. I forgot when I did it, but it was like one maybe research a couple like articles or newspapers from the like my middle school games. Then it was this one highlight video. It wasn't of me, it was of my team, but I was in the video obviously. It was on the All-Star Select team when I was in sixth grade, I think. So it's basically like AAU. Like there's like a coach. He comes to the city, he picks the best kids out in the whole area, put us all on one team, and we just start playing everybody. That shit was a fun experience. I'm playing with all the best kids in the area, and I was younger than most of them too. Like I was younger than most. I was small as hell. Like I'm playing with seventh graders and eighth graders and shit. I'm in sixth grade. I'm not even 100 pounds, and I'm starting running back. But you watch that video, throwing touchdowns, running touchdowns, interceptions, you name it, bro.
My school was really good at football. Like 2024, 2025. Did your school ever win state? Because I think my school actually won state.
And
They were really
in
good.
2018, I don't know if you watched the Carolina Panthers,
I don't.
but like
I don't.
um they just had like their what's it, a scrimmage they just had or something, or a preseason game? It's something, I don't know. But their quarterback is this white guy named Haynes King. He's from my he's from here. He's from my school. He led us to the state championship in 2018. He's playing for the
Were
Carolina
you on
Panthers
that?
right now. No. He was no in 2018, 19. I was a freshman. He was like a junior or a senior.
Yeah,
But yeah,
bro.
he was
Like American, they have
crazy,
athletes.
crazy seeing
Mason
him in the
Harris,
NFL.
bro.
You said what?
Huh?
What you say?
Bro, American high school, bro. They had some athletes like Mason, bro. Harris. You can
Mm-hmm.
search these people up. Yo, there's this one dude who was on track, bro. Bro, his 100 time was hella fast. Like he's like our height, right? And he's
Right.
like 165. He ran a
Mm-hmm.
10:32 for the 100. Like that
Damn.
dude is fast.
Yeah, that's fast.
10:30. Like that is fast. Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
want to know
crazy.
also track and stuff too. You don't know your times, right? You don't like really know your time.
Uh, no, I only remember my 40 time when I was in the eighth grade because the whole school went crazy. It went like kind of viral around the city and shit like that. But my
What was your
40
40
time
time?
in eighth grade. In eighth grade, it was like a low 4.6 in the eighth grade. And
Low
yeah,
4.6. Damn.
and then I think it was two. It was my homie and somebody else ran like just a little bit slower. I'm telling you, we was different, bro. We was different. We was different, bro. We was different.
When would you say you were in like your prime or whatever? Like you
You say
probably
what?
like 11. When would you say you were like in your prime or whatever? Like your peak. That's in speed.
And
What would you say?
40 time or
Sure, why
like
not?
because like I didn't get like my other times in track and stuff. I just ran. I didn't even look at my times. But probably at my peak in like the 40, it would probably because again after eighth grade, like I started getting in trouble. It was a whole bunch of other shit. So my sports career did not last too long after that. Before I started boxing and shit, but my peak before I started boxing and shit probably like 4.44. But I was like real
Four,
young.
four,
I was real young. Probably like ninth grade, 10th grade.
grade, 10th
But if
grade.
I would have got like real like strength training and shit like that, I truly believe I could have hit like maybe like 4.38, like a 4.3 or 4.39. I think I could have hit it. But I think I
Yeah,
would
4.3.
like safe zone probably like a 4.44.
Nah, Log, you could have probably hit a 4.1. Like that one dude in college.
Man,
Look,
shit, who knows? But hey, but like I said, if you watch that football video when I was in sixth grade, you'll see why I was a starting running back, even though I was younger than everybody. I was moving, boy. I was moving. I was moving. I was scared. That's why I was running so fast. Them boys are big as hell. I was scared. One boy, he was like big as shit. You see in the video, he big as shit. He had a hoodie on under his shoulder pads. He was like hitting us out of bounds and shit. That shit was scary.
what did you weigh like when you were in 9th or 10th grade? Because I was like, I think I was like 150.
Yeah, I was probably around that. Then when I started boxing, I cut down all the way to 125.
Could do to
Yeah,
125.
damn near
One.
killed me, boy. Don't do that. It's a huge mistake.
I was so during boxing like that much though.
Huh?
Why would you like cut that low for boxing? Like that low for like our height? 125.
No, that's like dangerously low, especially because again, that wasn't my natural walk around weight. Because my natural walk around rate, like you said, was like 150 something. So when I cut down to like 138, that was cool because I lost a lot of fat. I was shredded. I felt strong. I was good. But then my coach, he kept wanting me to go down. He was like, "Oh, you made it to 138 easy. Let's go down to 135." I made it to 135 easy. Let's go to 132. You made it to 132 easy. Let's go to 130. Well, you made it to 130 easy. Oh, we might as well fight at 126. You tall. We're gonna have an advantage. That's what it is. In boxing, we call it weight bullying. We call it weight bullying. You drain yourself all the way down so you can fight smaller guys. That's all that is. It's a huge thing in boxing. I don't like it, but I was just doing what my coach said. It's called weight bullying.
What would you say your best weight at? Like, how did you feel like your best like weight?
Probably 138, 135. 120, that
138.
shit was
I
crazy.
think
Like it was bad.
I think mine was like when I was 140, bro. Like,
Yeah.
but like I also do think like even at that way, like I think I think one of the overrated things I think most with even with basketball and stuff is like just like gaining weight will like is better for basketball. I think that's one of the most overrated things because like dude, there are dudes like at 150 benching like 400 pounds. Like you don't
Yeah.
need to like gain a lot of weight in order to like
It,
be
it,
strong.
it
Like
depends.
I
It depends. It depends. It depends. Because
well it depends on
most do. Most do. Most do.
wait what
But
you say?
think about it, like most people, most like smaller people who go to college, they put on a shit ton of weight. Tyler, what's his name? Tyler Tanner, the 5'11" point guard from Vanderbilt. He was going to be like a lottery pick or probably like in the 20s in the NBA draft this year, but he went back because he said the NBA scouts and shit, they told him like, yeah, you're gonna get picked in the first round, but if you really want to improve your draft stock, you got to get small. I mean, you got to get bigger, bro. So he was like he was like 180 or something, or 170, 170, some shit, real skinny. He's already put on like 15 pounds this year, this offseason. So yeah, so yeah, and Elliot Cadeau, I don't know if you know him. Elliot Cadeau, he point guard for Michigan, just won. The light skinned guy, hair and stuff. He also put on like 15, 20 pounds, like something crazy. He's stocky now. That boy big, you know? And like everybody's putting on a lot of weight this offseason.
It also like because I think pound for pound strength is like better. So for example, like let's say you're like 180, right? And like you could bench like 225, right?
It depends on the
Like
level. It depends on the level. You can it all depends, man. It all depends. Cause like you were saying, you can be like 180, but you're just like naturally just strong as hell. You know that you can deal with the bigger guys. But most guys who are 180, they need to put on a lot more weight. Especially if they hit the NBA, it's like you have to.
I also say get stronger. We want to be stronger, but I also oh fuck, what the fuck? Hello?
You good? Yeah, yeah, I hear you.
What? Oh, you good?
Yeah, I hear you.
You, huh?
I hear you.
Your camera's off, by the way.
Our camera's off?
Yeah, your camera's off.
Hold up, let me see.
You like
What it look like now?
oh I want to say like obviously want to get stronger. Like obviously want to get more athletic. That's dumb not to. But I also think if you're smaller, you want to emphasize your speed because you're not being stronger than a big. You're just not going to be stronger than a big. So like if you were to prioritize that strength over that speed and that stamina or whatever, because I think smaller guys, our advantages is like the tenaciousness, right? We're able to run down back and forth really fast. That's why I do think like I don't think the NBA is just going to get bigger and bigger because those smaller guys, bro, like, hey, bro, like smaller guys are going to be better ball handlers. So if you're like 6'8" and you're a ball handler, sure, you're 6'8" and you're a ball handler. But if you're trying to go down that full court, bro, and I'm full pressing you, bro, hey, bro, like you're screwed, buddy. Like there's a reason why there's still like 6'2", 6'3" ball handlers. Like
Yeah, but like again, those are very small percentage guys. You're probably talking about like the elite smaller guys. But for the majority, you need that weight, bro. You need that weight, or you're going to be a liability on defense or offense. Look at Rob Dillingham. He should have did what they told Tyler Tanner to
Oh,
do.
he just sucks.
Huh?
He's just trash compared to like he's just.
I feel you. But nah, he.
But like
What's up?
you just don't want to like you just don't want to be really slow. That's all I'm just saying. Like if you're gonna put on
Yeah,
that weight, just
you
make
you
sure.
can. You have to like again these players, D1 college players, they're at D1 programs. They have professional
Yeah.
strength and conditioning coaches. They know how to put on weight gradually while maintaining speed and quickness and your jump shot, all that shit. It's not like it's some
Oh,
random guy on the street, feeding you shit and telling you to get bigger. They're professionals. They understand. They're putting the right shit in your body
they
to where you still gonna be able to. Your engine is still gonna be able to run real good.
yeah, obviously they know how to, but like some NBA players, oh my god, like Zion, bro, like he felt, bro, like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Compared to what he was, bro, he fell, dude. Like obviously he has trainers, but
It was
he
never
felt.
gonna be sustainable. It was never gonna be sustainable.
You said never.
No, hell no, never. It was never. Again, almost everybody knew before the draft, like you got to get this weight under control, or like knee issues was the number one concern because of how big he was and how high he could jump. That's just common sense. If you're damn near 300 pounds and you're jumping that high, that's not good for your knees.
Yeah. We got like 5 minutes right before you want to
Yeah,
go. By the way, because like it's
yeah, about five minutes.
all
Yeah.
right. I got one.
Oh man,
Oh man, where do you think I'm going with this?
I don't know, bro. That's the
You
thing,
said,
man. I don't know. That's the scary thing,
hmm?
huh?
You said you knew though, right? I thought you know. Like if you go back in the stream, you said, "Oh, I know where you're going with this." So I thought you knew
Oh,
though.
you talking about the Kyrie shit? What about it, bro?
Yeah. I don't know. Where do you think I'm going with this though?
I don't know, man. Tell me.
You just said you knew.
I thought I did, man. I don't know for a fact. Just let me know. I ain't trying to play charades, man. Let me know.
To be fair, a lot of NBA players have said Kyrie's the most skilled. However, though, the thing about NBA players, this is just NBA players saying stuff in general. Like it's just not like the Kyrie thing. It's just in general. The reason why I don't like using anecdotes from them is because they're really like they'll give the politically correct answer. You know that like there's multiple NBA players who even said like when reporters come up to them that like they'll give like the politically correct answer because like that's just how it is. So that is
But
fair.
hold on, I'm gonna stop you
I,
there. But like, is is them saying Kyrie is the most skilled ever a politically correct thing, or is that just their opinion that they truly believe? Because that's not something you don't need PR training to be able to answer a question. Who's the most skilled guy ever? You know, like those are the players
I'm
that's
not
actually playing with Kyrie and shit.
all I'm saying though is that that's I'm not saying that there's not their opinion or not. I'm just saying I don't really like using anecdotes from them because like when you're using like their opinions, I don't like appealing to them. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's true
Yeah,
or whatever or not.
yeah,
I'm just I'm appealing like why carries the most skill. I wouldn't use that because like and again right like how LeBron says right like I've heard LeBron say Curry's like the most talented player ever too. I've also heard him say Kyrie's the most talented player. Like I've heard most of these NBA players say one guy is more talented or the other. Obviously, sometimes they'll like give a clear answer, but it's also like that's why I don't like using that. But that's why I'm just saying for that point. The also reason why I just think he's overrated in that aspect is because, again, you even said it's definitive, right? Like you compared when we talked in the Discord, you even compared Kyrie being the most skilled, like Curry being the best shooter. Like I think there's more of an argument for who's the most skilled rather than Curry being the best shooter because I just
no,
think it's
I
way more
do
clear
think.
than
Hold on. I do think Curry is more skilled than Kyrie.
you do.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I was kind of confused. My thing was this. I didn't. I explained it wrong. So I was saying that Kyrie was like the most skilled, like with the ball in his hands. I was doing all that extra shit, but I'm all about simplifying things. Like who is most effective on the court? Who's the most skilled guy on the court? It's Steph.
Ooh,
It's Steph again, and also he fits
yeah,
my criteria of what a really good basketball player is more than Kyrie. I my
yeah, and
again, I
the
just told you about
criteria.
off ball movement and thing, all that type of stuff. Like Steph Curry is the better basketball player. When you think of like fundamentals, like of the game, like the basics, setting screens, cutting, catch and shoot, like all that type of shit, it's Steph. It's Steph. When like I said, when I was saying like, yeah, Kyrie is the most skilled with the ball, but Steph Curry is the better basketball player. That's doing too fucking much. Who is the most skilled player on the court? Who's the most effective, the most productive? It's Steph. Easily, it's Steph.
Yeah, yeah, because I was saying, and I'm fine if you whoever you have. It's just a criteria because like I'm not gonna lie, bro. I know you hate James Harden, but if we're talking about purely aesthetics or whatever, that's still than Kobe Bryant, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bit with you. Hitting a step back shot, bro, from three, technically takes more skill than Kobe, but it's the efficiency, right? That's why Kobe's more skilled than Harden. But realistically, though, like if we're going by that
I
criteria,
think I think it takes more skill to do the simple things, right? Again, most people over here in America, y'all look at, and this is a problem I deal with every fucking day at the park and hoop sessions with the kids and stuff. They associate difficulty with skill. Like, damn, he's so tough. He just hit a turnaround, fade away from the 3 point line over three people. And I'm just like that. Yeah, I mean, that takes skill, but like, that's not like efficiency should matter more than aesthetics.
yeah.
Good
And
shot
there's
selection
obviously
and all that stuff. That goes hand in hand.
Yeah, and it's a spectrum. Like for example, like DeAndre Jordan, right? Like he's a very efficient, but there's a clear reason why Chris Paul's a better player than more skilled than DeAndre Jordan because DeAndre
Yeah,
Jordan, I think has like the highest like field goal, or either him or Gobert, right? But like the reason why we're not
yeah.
saying they're more skilled just because again, like the situation, like they're getting the ball put up here, so it's really skewed. But again, my problem with people is just the criteria is like you got to if you're gonna say Kyrie's more skilled, the most skilled, you gotta say Harden's more skilled than Kobe. Bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro, because the what like he's definitely the best foul baiter ever. As a ball handler, he's way more on ball than Kobe. Kobe's on ball, but like Harden's way more on ball. So like, hey, if you're gonna say Kyrie's more skilled than Curry, just say Harden's more skilled than Kobe.
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, like I
All
said,
right.
Steph definitely, Steph
Yeah.
definitely is.
Yeah, do more. That's why because I just think it's unfair because Kyrie like he was a first option, but like Curry, bro, like even the playmaking, like he's getting like he has more attention. Curry clearly, I would say like offensively, like if it's not Jordan or LeBron, like you can make an argument that Curry is like guarded the most out of NBA history. I wouldn't say he is, but you can make that argument. So,
Yeah, you can make the argument for sure. What's up? Just walk away. And you came towards the end, man.
walk away. Damn, damn. Log out of leave
Yeah.
now. You want to say anything? Questions for me or whatever? Anything? I
Um,
think you got to go now.
I can stay a little bit longer just to see what just walk away gonna say. But
Okay.
I would say, oh shit, my shit in the dryer done. But what are you gonna do when I 11-0 you?
Me?
Yeah, nah, you. How you gonna feel when I
What do
11-0
you?
you in basketball, and then we put on the gloves, and I stop,
Why? You,
drop,
you
or
get out
knock
of
you out
like
in
I
30 seconds?
so, huh?
Huh?
You just want to feel good about yourself, just beating a guy who doesn't box at all. Like
Nah, man. I'm just competitive, bro. No, because I actually like probably 30 minutes before we got on, I went in a Facebook group, my local Facebook group, and I'm hitting up a lot of gyms. I'm trying to go fight somebody. So I'm not just picking on you because you can't fight. I'm gonna go to a gym and find some people who can, so I can get my head knocked off, and vice versa. So you know, I'm crazy. I need that. I need that dopamine, bro. When you a fighter, bro, you always gonna be a fighter at heart. Like you always need that kick. Basketball don't do it for me. No sport does it for me like boxing. Yeah, you just got done hooping, just walk away. Yeah, I was hooping earlier today, getting buckets, undefeated, getting straight buckets,
And
MVP.
if you
You said
11
what?
owe me at my peak, if I lose some weight again, I'll just get lucky.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
There's no way you're scoring 11 straight middies. No, you're not that good, man. No, you're
No,
not
the
that
thing
good.
is, it's not just middies, bro. I can get to the rim. That's the thing. You know what Coach Mid Range says? Full speed left, full speed right. You can't stop my full speed left, full speed right. You can't. And once you try to, that's what I'm gonna pull up for the midi. You still there, bro? Or your shit messed up 8,000 times. What's up? You here? You there? Oh my gosh, bro. He really about to ruin his live privileges. How long y'all been on? Been on for like an hour and 6 minutes. What's up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, someone just called, bro. Like, I just got booted off. God damn. Let me finish, bro. Let me just finish.
No, let me
Bro.
finish
Like,
what I was saying because I don't think you heard me. I was
I
saying
didn't hear.
I don't think you can stop my full speed left, full speed right. And if you try to, that's when I'm gonna pull up for the mid range. And then you're gonna play the mid range, then I'm gonna hit you with a hezzy and get all the way to the basket again. Then you're gonna sag off, then I'm gonna hit that standstill three because it's an open shot and I can make open threes all day long, especially if we're playing from College Street. Then you're gonna step back up, then I'm gonna just full speed right once again.
Damn, you
It's
really think you.
over like bro, this is what I do to everybody, and you're gonna be no different, bro.
Okay. Alright. Anything else you want to say? Just walk away because I think Locke's about to like.
I might stay a little bit more until I get like a little bit sleepy.
Oh, really thinks he's
Uh-uh.
like Derek. Get to the rim.
Nah,
Are you
bro.
that good of a ball?
I know I'm me, bro. That's why it's me, MJ, and Braun. I'm telling you, bro. I got to show you a video of my full speed left, full speed right, bro. If they can't
Videos.
guard
You
it, if they can't guard it, you definitely can't guard it.
who can't guard it?
The people that I play,
What people you play? Like I've seen like who you play. Like the
bro.
only one. Oh, white guy.
I got it's two tall white ones, and then it's this other. I don't think I posted a clip versus him. That's the one I was telling you. Like I was up like 8-0, then I gassed out. I got clips against him. I don't think I posted it though. I may have accidentally deleted that video. I think that's the video. That's why I didn't post nothing. But
Yo, just walk away. Like I need you to. I need people on the Discord, bro. Yo.
y'all chat on Discord. No, this is YouTube Live.
Yeah, yeah. So what I'm doing, log basically is I have my own TikTok thing, right? And I get people to debate on like it's like politics and stuff. You wouldn't really like it, right? It's like
Okay.
politics and stuff. And I'm trying to on the Discord. We could debate sports and anything. So that's what I've been doing recently and stuff. Like, bro, it gets toxic, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like sometimes,
Yeah,
bro, people, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. But
that's
yeah,
crazy. I don't want nothing to do with that. Y'all be in there
I know,
talking crazy.
I know. People be talking. I've been called hella slurs and shit. So
Yeah, see, I ain't got that type of time, bro. If I was younger, I'll be with all that. You know, I'll be talking crazy, but nah, I'm above all that.
highest level that you've beat. Who's the highest level player you like?
Highest level, like 1v1.
Yeah, yeah, 1v1. 1v1.
Um, highest level because I played ones with all of my college guys. I don't think I beat one of them. I got the better of them like in drills and shit, but 1v1, I don't think I've beaten not one of them. A couple
Oh,
games was
no Juco.
close. Um, no. No. I think one or two mid level JUCO guys. I beat a couple of them, but the high level JUCO guys I didn't beat them. It's levels for sure. It's levels. I'll tell you that. Especially the 6'5", 220-pound, 40-inch vertical. D1. He had D1 offers out of high school. I had no fucking chance, bro.
How tall was he? Was he?
Huh?
Guess 6'4". 6'4". Let me guess 6'4".
Yeah, that's what I said. He was like 6'4", 6'4 and a half.
He had a 40-inch vertical. God damn.
Yeah, I got I don't know if I still got it on my Facebook, but I was always at the end of every session, he would always want to get a clip for the gram, so he would have me record him dunking and shit. So he could get up.
The women.
He was dunking on me during the sessions and stuff like it was crazy. He get up, bro. Like crazy shit.
He
Free
dunked.
throw line. Like you said what?
I miss those days, bro. When I had that.
Boy, you ain't never had that. Shit, I ain't have it either. He different.
Oh, I'm 5'9". It's easier for me to have that 40-inch vert, anyways. Like, it's not
Not
like
like
even
him.
if I
Not like
had.
him. He was not like him. You probably could do some little rim grazers and shit. He was doing
I'm not saying.
tomahawk, windmills between the legs.
Yeah, you could eat
How can
me.
I go live with y'all? I made a post on the community tab. Um,
Yeah, just.
but basically, but basically, I'll just have to send you the link before I get on live. What you doing right now?
Yeah,
Just
just
walk
walk.
away because I can end it later, like end it when I get done talking to him, and then I can send you a link and we can talk for a little bit
Yeah, but.
if you're not doing nothing. Man, you won by default, Sky. You won by
Yeah,
default.
exactly, bro. Exactly. Just walk away. You lost your chance, buddy.
Man, don't worry. Just walk away. I'm gonna give him that belt in basketball and boxing. You chilling? Yeah. When I get done with my victim right here, it'll probably be like in a few minutes or so. Then I'll bring you on,
Oh yeah,
and we can
yeah.
talk.
Even if I had a 40-inch vert, bro, I could probably only do a two-hand dunk. Like, man, 6'4" 40 inches, damn. Is it like a
I'm
real
telling
40
you.
inch or is it like because a
Huh?
lot of people because I huh?
No, his shit is like 40 plus. 40 plus. Like
Yeah.
he's again, if I show you the video, you're gonna see what I mean. Because keep in mind, like the videos when he was dunking and shit, that's after a crazy intense like session. He's tired as hell, his legs are dead, and just look how easy he can just get up. So then I want you just to imagine if he was like fresh, like he can get up. Like I said, he had D1 offers coming out of high school for a reason.
Yeah, because I feel
NBA
like because I
NBA
think
ability.
I'm into like the dunk community or whatever. I don't think you really are, and it's like I'm actually like the thing I love the most is just like vert, right? So like I could tell, bro. Like if it comes to like vertical and shit, I could tell if a guy has a 40 inch or not. I could tell. Like it's really like 40 is like let's see, like like up to like maybe because I'm on the floor, so maybe like here I guess. That's like
Yeah. This is Sky. Just
that.
walking by this Sky.
Yeah, I can get off if y'all want because
No,
like
you good, you
yo
good. Like
low
no,
key.
we good.
Yeah, you guys send me the video a lot because is he like one of those burly guys or is he like really skinny? Because like a lot of those guys, bro, like they have high
He's
verts, but like you could
he's built like an NBA player. Or he built like a football player. So like he's
football
built.
players.
He's like
What
athletic, like that athletic, strong build, like 215 pounds, like solid muscle, like but ripped though, kind of like that Anthony Edwards type of body.
Anthony Edwards are? What's his
Yeah.
name? I could probably find him on. Probably find him.
What is his name? I only know him by his nickname, bro. What the fuck is this name? Because he had a weird, not kind of, I ain't gonna say weird. I don't want to say his name was weird, but it kind of like a different name. What? I only know him by his nickname. I'll have to show you my Facebook. Like I said, can you like you know how on Instagram you can do like highlights in like your bio and shit?
Yeah,
Can you do that on Facebook?
I think you can.
I don't know. I had to post it again because I've posted it not too long ago when I was doing like an advertisement or something like that. I think I posted it. on my story or something. It's like I was like reminiscing, you know, 'cause that was like a few years ago. So I'm not sure. I definitely still got it
Yeah.
though. I don't know if I got all of them, but I got at least like one. But he was like I said, we was playing our ones. That's when I knew it was levels. I couldn't move, bro. Like when that's why I be telling y'all, like the physicality y'all think them guys are not physical is literally like playing a Division 1 football player from Alabama. Like you can't move. He's just gonna chest you up the entire time. You try as soon as you try to drive right, he just cut in front of you. You try to cut left, he cut in front of you. No matter what you do, you try to shoot over him, he send your shit to the other side of the court. It's just like, damn, I had to start doing some crazy shit. I had to start getting creative, man. But I don't know, man. It's levels for a reason. It's levels. Yeah, 6'5" athletic.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just walk away. That's I'm telling you, bro. A lot of people haven't been in the gym with like freak athletes. That's man, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like they're on a different planet, bro. At some points when I was training him, I'm like, why the fuck am I even here, bro? Like this, it was that point. Because again, he's dunking on me during the sessions and stuff, and like during the workouts, like we working on contact and stuff. He's putting the shoulder in my chest, knocking me to the ground and shit, laughing. I'm like, bro, what am I even doing here, bro?
I
That
mean,
shit was
like,
crazy.
because if he's D1, if he's that athletic, there must be some. He must be not the most skilled, in my opinion. Because if you're that athletic and you have,
So he had D1 offers, but he had like a couple of them, but he chose the D1 JUCO. Um, it's the D1 JUCO, similar to like what Jimmy Butler went to. But I forgot. I don't know why he chose the D1 JUCO instead of the D1. It probably was closer or whatever, or maybe like the coach because the coach developed a lot of D1 guys. So he's always sending guys from the D1 JUCO to like the high major and mid major JUCO. So I don't know the reason, but his main thing was he was a high major D1 defender. He was a crazy good defender, but his main thing was like efficiency as far as like and like aggressiveness on offense and like efficiency. He was the type of guy because at his high school and the AAU circuits, he was the type of guy you get a ball to him, just let him take all the shots. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those guys. But now he gets to the D1 JUCO. Now he's asked to play off the ball. And what did I tell you earlier? Guys do not know how to play off the ball, right? So it's the same thing with him. It's the same thing. Just like I say, a lot of the kids, a lot of youngers don't know how to play off the ball. He didn't know how to play off the ball either. So that was what was holding him back. So that's what we was working on. That's what was holding him back.
you think you think you're going to the NBA or no? You think so? Based on
Like I
what you
said,
said.
that's such a rare thing to do. Even that's how good the NBA is. You can be as athletic as him and still not be NBA ready or be ready for the NBA. But he could. Who knows, bro? Like everybody's path is different. You never know. Like the guy
Yeah, he's probably
Jenkins
just.
Jenkins from Detroit, I think that's his name. He went JUCO and nobody knew who the fuck he is. Now he playing for the Pistons. You know, like you never know nobody's um, journey or what's going to happen. So he might. Who knows? I don't fucking know. If that guy was like
Yeah,
that,
that
Shaq
probably
and
makes.
Zion real skill. Yeah, imagine Shaq and Zion just walk away. But what's up?
Yeah, like I want to see, bro. Like, cause I love to see an athlete pause, but like, yeah, 40 inches, bro. Like, bro, Zion had like a 45. See, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying, bro. It's like people over because this isn't even just you lot, but like in just anything. Like, for example, Jordan 48 inch vert. Like, do we really believe that Jordan had a 48 inch
probably
vert?
so.
Like, do we really believe?
Probably so. I've seen some
Probably.
crazy shit. Because again, he had a 40 plus inch vertical, and yeah, it looked like 40, but it wasn't nothing like it wasn't like what I saw from Zion or you get what I'm saying? So like a lot of guys in the NBA have a 40, 41, 42 inch vertical. But
That's to be
so
fair. That's
45,
also.
46 is definitely rare, but I definitely can see it. I definitely can see it. Some guys are just
You gotta
literally
show
built
me.
different. Built different.
Yeah, but I think I've been here on long enough though.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to say? Because I do gotta go lock. Like, but like I've been here for
Uh,
a while, so.
yeah, no, you good, you good. So, no, we good, bro. We can go ahead and end it. Then I'm let Just Walk Away hop on. Appreciate you coming by, bro.
All right, you too. All right, peace.
Peace. Mind you, Zion jumped that moving that fast at exactly, bro. Exactly. Crazy. Like, yeah, that bump is scary. I definitely wouldn't be taking that shit. Like, if he's running full speed and you're running full speed alongside him and he bumps you, bro, he'll put your ass in the hospital, bro. Let me see if I can find the link. Um, I don't know if it's gonna work like this. Um, hold on, can I? Trying to see. I got the link. Just walk away. Do you have me on? Hold on. What's up? 796. Just walk away. Look in the community tab. I posted the link. I think I posted. I'm not sure. I've never like posted something online on live. So go look on the community tab. Just walk away. Yeah. What's up? 796. What you up to, man?
Yo, 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 what's going on? Hold on. Can you hear me? Wait a second, hold on. Can you hear me at all?
Investing trends and
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Man, what's going on? How you been? Wait, hold on. I couldn't hear you. What you say? Okay, I read your lips, but it seemed like you said you doing good. How I been? I've been doing good.
I don't know why I can't hear.
Now I
Be
can hear
quiet,
you.
Sky. I ain't got mic issues. Um,
But yeah, man, shoot. It's cool. It's cool to finally get to chop it up with you, man.
yeah, for sure, bro, for sure. I appreciate you always being in the chat, bro. I really appreciate that, man.
Are you welcome? Yeah, I'll be learning a lot from you just talking. Like I really how I got hip to like I call it the new way of thinking about training. I got like hip to this new way. I was watching Coach Midrange. Like I happened to be at work one day, and I seen this video, but I just was like, oh, this is just another random dude. But I continued to watch it more and more. He was talking some different stuff, and then fast forward some time, I was at the gym, and then he was reacting to your video. And then when he played it, like I ain't trying to glaze or nothing, but it was like a breath of fresh air because it was always how people like was able to like do step backs and all that kind of stuff. But see, what I realized was I didn't have no jump shot. So because I didn't have no jump shot, no, I ain't nobody else. Yeah, I can't really hear you.
Um,
Okay, I hear you now.
you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I heard you.
Okay. But no, like I said, bro, I appreciate. Was you watching like mid range first, and then that's how you discovered me, or was it like vice versa?
or like on your
I
own?
was watching mid range first. Like I have been
Yeah.
watching Coach Mid Range for about a year, and
Oh, a
then he was
year?
reacting to your video. Yeah, I've been watching for about a year.
Oh, I thought you said you haven't watched him in a year.
No, I've been watching him like for about
Oh,
a year. I
okay.
started watching him like last summer.
I got you. I
So all
got you. I
throughout the
got
time,
you.
and the funny thing about it, like I was getting annoyed because he kept talking about like full speed right and full speed left, and I
Yeah.
was practicing it, but it was never working. So I just started kind of giving up. But then when he had reacted to your video, I'm like, okay, maybe he's on to something. I just need to train a little bit harder. But
Hmm.
no, what y'all be saying is straight up facts. Like I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really think about it like this way. Like
Yeah.
2024 and probably before, I was like watching all them like I call them gimmicky. I hate to call them gimmicky dudes, but I'm gonna call them gimmicky dudes.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, like just crazy stuff. But it all makes sense. Like if you ain't got your foundation right, nothing's gonna work. Like
Exactly.
I was at I hooped the other day, and this one kid, he just kept leaving me open. So I was hot that day. I was just shooting on him, just shooting on him, shooting on him,
Right.
shooting on him. But before, like I would hesitate, like because I wasn't
Hmm.
confident. But yeah, man, it's
I,
crazy,
I
man. Y'all
was.
be
I'm telling you, I was the. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Like I used to be the same way, bro. Like I used to like associate skill with like doing a lot, but I didn't really understand that it was all in the simplicity, you know? So the same thing, like I'm a really good mid-range shooter. I've always been a good mid-range shooter. So people would like leave me open, and I would kind of like panic, back then, But then, and it's because I was hesitant. I didn't want to shoot the three. I was scared to shoot the three. Then I just started shooting it. I said, F it, you know? Then the more and more I started shooting it, the better I got at it. Now I'm just confident. Now I don't even hesitate no more. If I'm open, I just pull it. You get what I'm saying? So now you got to step up. And now I can just do what Coach Miller say: full speed left, full speed right. Now, as long as I can go full speed left to the left, I just call it straight line drives, but I'm going to say full speed left, full speed right because you understand. So full speed left to the right, full speed left to the left, and then be able to shoot that open three. If you have those three things, like that's all you need. And if you need to stack things on top of that, like if you want to do step backs or whatever, you can add that on top of the full speed left, full speed right. But you have to have that correct first. Because if you're not really good at going full speed left, then that defender is not going to run full speed to the basket to stop you, you know? Because if he's just jogging because he doesn't think you can go full speed left, then your step back is not going to work. You're not going to create separation. He's going to be attached. He's going to be in your shot pocket. Especially when you're playing guys who are tall and more athletic, you ain't gonna get no separation. But if you're really good at going full speed left, if you go full speed, the defender has to go full speed. So now I take off full speed left. He takes off. Now if I stop, now it's like a car going like 100 miles per hour and stopping on the brakes. You get what I'm saying? So I step back. Now that's where the separation comes. So that's what he always said. What he means when he says full speed left, full speed right. Everything built on top of full speed left, full speed right. The step backs, if you want to step back heavy, all that shit is it's on top of the foundation of full speed left, full speed right. So a lot of people when they hear him say that, again, I just say straight line drives, but when they hear him say full speed left, full speed right, they just think like, oh my gosh, it's too simple. But they don't understand like everything that y'all like watching on social media comes from full speed left, full speed right. The SGA bag work comes from full speed left, full speed right. The Allen Iverson crossover comes from full speed left, full speed right. It all stacks on top of that. So once you start understanding that, man, it gets a lot easier. And just shooting your open shots and making your open shots and playing efficient, like trying to get the best look possible. That's when basketball becomes so easy.
Yeah, no, that's facts, man. Cause like I was playing 21 today, and I won the game of 21, and how I did it was if they guarded up on me, I was just gonna run straight right or left. It depends. Like whatever angle they give me, I was just gonna take it, just gonna run. But if they left me open, I was gonna shoot. So
Mhm.
that's all I pretty much did was just like either you gonna leave me open, I'm gonna shoot, or you guard up on me, I'm just gonna pick an angle, even if I mess up because you know like y'all always say, it's about the process. Because really, like when you start thinking about the results, I feel like that's what me personally, that's where the hesitation comes in at. Because like you so focused on trying to make it, it's like if you just make sure that you're doing the things the right way. So if you've been practicing your form shooting, try to keep that form. Don't change it. And that's another thing too. I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons why I struggle because I've been playing basketball since I was 13, like consistently for fun. There was times I wanted to play in high school, but I wasn't good enough, and I just got lazy. But I will always go to the rec and play and stuff like that. And the reason why my jump shot, I feel like it never got better. I was always changing it. Somebody be like, "Oh, you need to tuck your elbow in. You need to shoot this way." And it's like now to a point, it's like, listen, everybody's body mechanics is different, and and as long as you can get it up over a defender, that's really all that matters.
Right. Because like, and for a lot of people, it's hard for them to understand or hard for them to accept like how to play simple. Like if you, for example, when I'm coaching like kids, let's say like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, like telling them how to play like that, like full speed left, full speed right, if you open shoot, that's too simple for a lot of them. A lot of them, I've had so many kids tell me like they're like, dang, coach, you're not gonna let us do any bag work, you're not gonna let us get into our bag and do nothing of that. I'm just like, you have to get down full speed left, full speed right first, and then be able to shoot your open shot. And um, when they get left open, they miss almost all their shots. And I'm like, you can't even make open shots. Why would I teach you bag work? You're just gonna work on a whole bunch of dribbling, and then you're just gonna miss the shot anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, be able to make your open shot first. That's the first step. Because once you can make your open shot, now the defender has to play up. Now that's when full speed left, full speed right comes into play. Now, if you can do that, now shit, we can start adding other shit. Now we can add like a step back. But most players don't even master the foundation. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of players, we won't even get to that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players I'll train now that's like 10, 11, 12. We probably won't get to the step backs off of full speed left, full speed right, probably until like the end of high school, going into college, maybe further. You get what I'm saying? Because even a lot of high level players don't master the full speed left, full speed right. You get what I'm saying? And they're making the open shot. Because there's even like a couple five-star point guards that I study. They're just freak athletes, like 6'2", 6'3", strong as hell, very smart, but they can't make open shots to save their life, or they can't go full speed left, full speed right. In order for them to score, it has to be bag work. And because they are more athletic and more skilled than everybody, it's going to work in high school. But once you get to the high major D1, it's not going to work. If you can't make an open shot, you're going to struggle. We see it with so many high major D1 players, guys who are great in high school, they get to college. We don't really hear about them no more. Guys like DJ Wagner, guys like that. I'll still be watching him. I know he'd be doing his thing, but he's been in college a few years for a reason. He was supposed to be a one and done, but him and so many others just haven't mastered the basic stuff. In high school, he was one of those guys, DJ Wagner, you get the ball to him, he just dribbled for like 20 seconds and go get a bucket. But in college, now
Yeah,
it's like, okay, I'm gonna pass it to you. You got to shoot or drive real quick. Either shoot or drive. So when I pass it to you, you got to make that open shot at 40%, or it's gonna be hard for us to put you on the court. It's that simple. And if he can't do that, it's hard for him to play. If I give you the ball and you can't just full speed left to the basket, get 2 feet in the paint and get to the backboard or kick it out, it's gonna be hard for you to play. You know, and a lot of them can't play like that. Rob Dillingham, it worked a little bit in college, but he gets to the NBA where he's not asked to be the number one guy, where he's asked to be a complimentary player. He can't play like that, at least right now. He just isn't used to playing simple. He has to do a whole bunch of extra shit. But if you leave him open, he won't hit a high percentage. You get what I'm saying? You tell him to go full speed left, he'll probably lose the ball, or he just can't play like that. You know?
yeah, man. That's good that you bring that up, man, because now it's all starting to make sense. Like I want to just tackle the point about like how your students were telling you they want to work on all the fancy stuff. But one thing I'm starting to realize, man, if you got a jumper, even if you do that fancy stuff, you trying to do head fakes and all this hezzy, nobody's falling for that. They know you can't shoot.
Exactly.
They know
Exactly.
you can't shoot. So the only person that will fall for that is like somebody who probably ain't played basketball before. But you get anybody that played
Right.
basketball and they know you can't shoot, you try to do a little hesitation, it ain't gonna work. It's not working, and I know that from experience. And
Mm-hmm.
then moving on to the topic of college, man, you gotta shoot in college, especially in these times, because now everything is about being able to shoot. Look at some of the guys that couldn't shoot in the NBA, especially guards. They slowly got phased out. What is that one dude? He played for the Kings. He played for the Kings like in the 2010s. He was probably about 6'5", 6'6". Is it
You talking
Tyreke
about
Evans?
Tyreek?
I think it might be him. I was watching the breakdown. They said one of the things that he probably why he didn't make it is because he wasn't really that good of a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever it was, I know he played for the Kings. But especially if you're undersized too. Like if you're 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", you gotta shoot. Because now they got guys coming in the league that's 6'6", 6'7", playing guard.
Right.
You gotta be able to shoot. You gotta have something to counterbalance your. And this is gonna tie into another reason why I get frustrated with like skills training, because they focus so much on just individual talent.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is get a bigger bag. Listen, a lot of these guys, a lot of these kids, they're not going to be doing all that. They're not going to have liberty over the ball like that. The
Mm-hmm.
most, if they make it far, the most that they're probably going to do is number one, play defense, because especially in college, because it's different in the NBA. Well, no, it's not even different in the NBA. Like unless you like somebody like Luka, you can get away with it. But um, let me think, because I get too excited, I lose my train of thought.
You
But like
good?
I
You
was
good?
saying, you gonna have to play defense, and usually you're gonna play some kind of a role. When it comes to getting the touch, it's like y'all always say, it's mainly off of a closeout. Either it's gonna be a catch and shoot, or if they attack you too hard, just driving to the basket. That's about it. Or moving on, like you say, moving off the ball. You know, that's really all you're gonna get. So I don't get why they teach all this bag work stuff. Yeah, I get it. It's good to teach fundamentals like learning how to dribble and dribble under pressure and all that kind of stuff in case, but like the whole thing, like, oh, we gonna work on the heads between, get a big bag. No, it's not happening.
Man,
And that's one thing that frustrates me about uh the skills training. It's like y'all need to teach these kids how to play some defense. That's the biggest thing.
mm-hmm.
Teach them defense. Teach them, like y'all say, teach them how to move off the ball. Like actually teach them concepts that they're gonna see in the game. You can see all these videos about building a bag, but it'd be hard to just learn like simple things in the game. Like what what do I do when if I'm facing a ball screen? What do I do if how do I read different coverages? How do I move off the ball? What do I do if my guy he's not paying attention to me? How do I cut? You rarely ever see that stuff.
I always say kids need to be working on what high level coaches want to see. High level coaches don't care about bag work. They don't care. Like a high level coach, like let's say the Duke coach, the Michigan coach, the Houston coach, they don't care about bag work and all the dribbling. They know what wins games: defense, rebounding, moving out the ball, leadership, all the intangibles as well. Being stronger than everybody, being athletic, being conditioned. Those are like the things that impact winning, can help you impact winning. And unfortunately, all of those things that the high level coaches want, trainers don't focus on. And that's where the disconnect is between like winning basketball or like players who impact winning and then what trainers teach. There's this huge disconnect. Like when I first got into the training industry, I knew what winning actually meant. I knew what impacted winning. And then I would watch a training session and it would be the complete opposite. Like isolation basketball is a very, very small percentage of basketball, especially outside of the NBA. So it's like, why are we focusing on a very small percentage of basketball? Like isolation basketball is probably like 5% of basketball. 95% of it is everything else. So why are basketball trainers teaching the 5%? Especially to kids that don't know how to play at all. Wouldn't you want to focus on the 95% first since it's way more important? But it's like it's backwards. If you're training maybe like prime Kobe or something like that, you can focus a lot more on that 5%. But when you're training kids and youth players, the 95% is everything. You get what I'm saying? So that's why again, I focus heavily on teaching the 95%. Because over here in America, like bad culture is real. Like bad culture, everybody wants to dribble. Like kids, whether you want them to or not, they're gonna be working on their crossovers and heavies by themselves with their friends, whether you want to or not. Everybody's gonna do that. So that's why we have so many bad guys over here. Guys who can dribble, do all those moves. So my thought process is, let's work on the things that I know they aren't doing by themselves. They ain't working on defense by themselves. They ain't working on full speed left, full speed right by themselves, just simplicity, just going left and right, forward, downhill. They aren't working on rebounding. They ain't working on setting screens. They ain't working on 45 cuts, back cuts, face cuts. They ain't working on scoring in transition, defending in transition, reading 2v1 situations, pick and roll. They're not focused on any of that. You get what I'm saying? So why not focus on those things instead of the things that they're already doing? Because I think for like 1 or 2 weeks, I had a trainer when I was like in fifth grade, I think, going into sixth grade, and that was just because my grandpa used to coach him, so he just let me come there for free for like a week or two, and it literally was just a bunch of dribbling. He just set up a cone. It was my first day, and it was like 15 of us in the session. He just set up a bunch of cones, and he was like, run up to it, do a couple moves, and then go into a jump shot. We just did that the entire time, and that's most training. And it's like I don't even know what spacing means. I'm 11. I don't even know. I don't know what I don't know what a 45 cut is. I don't know what a back cut is. I don't know what a face cut is. I don't even know how to properly slide my feet defensively. I don't know how to play off ball defense. I don't know any of that shit. Yet you're teaching me how to cross people over and score off the dribble. It's backwards, And unfortunately, the training industry has been like this. But that's why I just like Michael Jackson said, you got to look at the man in the mirror. If you want change, it starts with you. So I just try to do my part, you know?
Hey, no, that's facts, man. I'm just thinking about it, man, because I looked at training videos for like probably since I was a teenager, but now I'm starting to see more stuff that I should have been seeing back then. Now, and it's nice, because there are people out there like you, Coach Mid Range. There's another guy seeing Grandmaster Hoops. Y'all trying to teach people the right way, and those who really want it, they're gonna find it. You know, those who really want it, they're gonna find it. Um, I think one thing that would help, man. This might be like a crazy far fetched idea, but I don't know like how the logistics of it. But if I was like a trainer or somebody, I would have film sessions with my whoever I'm training. Like we gonna sit down and we gonna watch a quarter or maybe I don't know. We just gonna look at a real game, and we gonna show you like you think Kobe going out here scoring 30 points by breaking people off, the whole game in isolation. No, he might have some moments like that here and there, because he's Kobe. When that shot clock start winding down and the game is on the line, he's going to create something out of nothing. But usually he's probably going to get it from an open shot, a straight line drive. If he gets fouled, he's going to get some free throws. That's about
Mhm.
it. And I feel like one thing that can help out people in America is teaching people IQ. And I think the problem is there's no standard. You know, I feel like we need some gatekeepers. If we had some gatekeepers, like if we had some college coaches, and I've heard they're very busy. They got a lot on their plate, so there's only so much that they can really do. But if we had some, like let's say if they could in a perfect world, Um, if they were like, "Hey, yo, these skill trainers is telling you some nonsense," you get somebody like Bill Self or like Calipari or the guy that you admire from Houston, and some of these top coaches out here saying like, "These guys are teaching you some nonsense," and even some of the NBA players say it too. But you get more people saying it like that, they'll wake up. But honestly, like you said, you just got to start with yourself. And the beautiful thing about it is, there are people out here making an impact. There are lots of people like. And the crazy thing about it is, I learned so much from you and other people that are actually teaching things the right way, and it was free. I ain't spent not a dime, not a dime, not a dime. The only thing that's gonna stop, like, let's say if I was 16, or let's say I was 13, the only thing that will stop me from making it to where I want to make it, like making the varsity team in high school, making the junior college. I feel like those are realistic goals. It's me being lazy. The information's out there. I've been exposed to it. The only thing that will stop me is not training it. Because I'm telling you, man, that's some good stuff y'all be teaching, man. Like I get excited. I'm like, man, this is that real. When you came out with that video, they was making fun of LeBron because he don't have a bag, and you pretty much was like, LeBron don't need no bag. It made sense to me. Why do you need a bag if you can do the basics and no one can stop you?
Exactly, exactly. And that's the bro. That's the thing. And I'm actually going to start back like making like actual videos like I used to. Like actual like production and editing and stuff like I used to a few months back. The first one back is probably going to be a Con Knipple video. That's what I'm planning on doing, a Con Knipple video, because he he has mastered off ball movement. And if you like, he made like the most threes ever for a rookie in the season, something like that, right? And the other day was, I think it was 2 days ago, I went back and reviewed every single made 3-pointer, every single one. It was like 200 or something. It took me like an hour straight, and I noted down how many of them were like open threes. So many of them were open threes. So many. And the reason he got those open threes was because of how much he moves off the ball. He was hunting those open shots, you know? So the lesson I'm gonna try to teach in the video that I post whenever I do post it, because I gotta wait on sponsors to, accept the video and all that stuff. But is we need to be hunting open shots. We don't need to be trying to go for the difficult shit. So I don't know if you've seen the when I was going at it with that trainer on Instagram, game based training. Did you see that?
Oh, the one yesterday,
Yeah,
the one you posted in your community tab. He was
yeah,
talking about, oh, you need to do these random shooting drills. He was like, no, you just need to do basic form shooting. He was like,
right,
no, we need to. He was like, no, that's some nonsense. That guy.
right, right. Because he was talking about he was like every player needs to learn how to adjust their shot versus defense and all that. I'm like, brother, first of all, no, again, I can just tell these type of guys, they watch nothing but NBA, they watch nothing but SGA highlights and stuff. SGA needs to work on that shit. He's being double teamed. He's going against the best defenders on the planet. He needs that. Nobody else does. And the thing is, what's so fucking funny is that even SGA, after they lost against the Spurs, I read an article. This offseason, he's working on off ball movement so he can create more open shots.
Man,
You see what I mean? He's literally working on getting more open shots because his shots they're just too difficult. So if SGA is working on getting open shots and he's the fucking MVP, then what does everybody else need to be doing? Because obviously he sees something. He's like, all right, I got to make basketball easier for myself. Like shooting tough shots against Wimby and Stephon Castle, that's not going to work. That's what they want. I got to work on getting open shots. So when game based training, he was talking about adjusting your shot and doing all that bullshit. I'm like, you only need to adjust your shot when it's a bad shot. Like if you're getting heavily contested, that's when we need to work on shooting from different angles and shot. That's a bad shot. How we need to take it as like regress it a little bit. Let's start from right here. Let's get an open shot. Like let's teach them how to get open shots. And again, the Conker Nipple video that I'm gonna post, I'm gonna show y'all how he gets those open shots. Like for example, when his team gets the offensive rebound, everybody is scrambling on defense. He runs to the 3-point line quickly because the defense is scrambling. He'll get an open shot right there. He does something called a ghost screen. Not sure if you know what it is. Basically, you send a screen, fake screen, you pop out the 3-point line. He gets probably 2 or 3 open threes from that. He also gets 1 or 2 open threes from sprinting in transition. They get a defensive rebound. He just sprints to the corner or the wing. LaMelo hits him for the kick ahead. Open three right there. You know, or split action. They get split action. One guy cuts to the basket. He pops out. The defense is confused. Boom. Or he drives downhill. He passes the ball, and instead of just staying there, he does what Steph does. He passes it and sprints back out. You get what I'm saying? Now open shot. And if you run fast, it's a closeout. He just gonna drive it. Like that's what we need to be teaching. How he hunts those open shots. I wrote it down. I don't know if I can remember the numbers from the top of my head. I think he scored over 200 something points from open 3-pointers last season. Over 200 points from wide open, and that's just like pure wide open. I didn't even count in the open threes he was getting from the ghost screens, the transition. So it's probably 300, 400, 500 points he got off of open threes. And it wasn't just because the teams was playing bad defense or this, that, and the third. It was because he has mastered hunting open shots, which is why he shoots 42% from three. It's because he gets high quality shots. If you get a hella high quality shots, your percentage is going to go up. So that's why a lot of players, there's hella NBA players who can shoot like Con Knipple, but it's not a lot who can create open shots like him. So their percentages are going to look drastically different. They're going to shoot 35% because most of their shots are hard. They're going to shoot 37%. So a lot of times when you want to improve a shooter, a lot of like trainers want to try to fix mechanics and things like that. When in reality, it's like, no, we need to get you higher percentage shots and more quality shots. Yes, Sky. Yes, Sky. We was talking about Con Knipple. Dang, he didn't froze on me, man. Just like you was doing, Sky. Dang, man, I must have the best internet in the world. I don't think I've froze yet. Oh, I have? Shit, I couldn't tell. Let me see. Hold up, you might.
Hey, can you hear me? I'm back. Can you hear me? All right, my bad, man. My phone didn't over. My phone didn't overheated. Yeah, I can't hear you now. No, hold on. Let me try. But I can see your mouth moving. Like I see you and everything.
Hear me now?
Yeah, man. You was spitting. You was talking about Conk Nipple and
Just getting those open shots. Yeah, how we need to be hunting open shots. Yeah,
yeah. Shoot, no, that's facts, man. Man, man. That's amazing how you just are taking the time out there to study that,
yeah,
and now you that's valuable. That's time. That's time. That's time. That's a lot of hard work. That's gonna bring value, and you're giving away. That's something you're producing for free.
yeah,
That's
yeah. Because
that's
I'm gonna tell you the thing on that, bro. It's like because like 2 or 3 years ago, I used to, man, Sky, be quiet, bro. You be talking the most. But the thing on that, probably like 2 or 3 years ago, I used to like sell like a program. Like it was like a defensive program to get better defense. It was mainly just getting stronger, more athletic, things that everybody needs. But it got to a point where I was just like, the kids who really need it, they're not gonna be able to buy it. So I made a huge moral decision because I was making money off of it too. And I was younger, like I was making, say, a little bit of money off of it, but I just took it down because I'm like, the kids who actually need it, they're not gonna be able to afford it. And that's like one of the biggest problems now in just the world, and especially in the U.S. is like everything is behind a paywall. Like everything is like monetized. So like it's like the rich get richer. Like only people with a lot of money, can get access to like the things with the most value. So I'm just like fuck that. I'm gonna just teach it all for free because why not? If my goal is really to push the game forward, then I should be giving it out for free because more people are gonna be able to see it. So that's really why I did that. And again, everybody always asks me like, how did I have the knowledge that I do at a young age? And I'll tell people it's not a secret, bro. I've always been obsessed with learning. Like I'm obsessed with it. You know, like I'm always trying to learn from everybody. You know, because for me, it may be different for a lot of people, but it really excites me trying to learn something from every single coach ever, everybody, because it's like, damn, if I can learn what this great coach is teaching and this great coach and this great coach, now I can combine all of that elite teaching and training and put it into my head, It's like collecting like infinity stones, like you're just getting more and more knowledge. And that's really like the quote unquote secret is just like every single day I'm just learning and studying from the best of the best, And then I just use my own train of thought to kind of like fish through it and kind of make it my own. Or sometimes I don't even have to, because like the game of basketball is simple. All of the information that everybody needs is already out there. So my job as a coach is just to get that correct information and relay it on to everybody else. So that's what I try to do. But the quote unquote secret has just been, like I tell people, I watch multiple games every single day, and I study every single day. I study strength and conditioning every single day. I got the book. I watch games. I watch clinics every single day. I haven't missed a day in probably like 4 or 5 years now, and that's good. Again, they always make that face, but for me, it's like I'm very like, and I hate like saying shit like this without like a real like diagnosis, but I'm very like OCD when it comes to like learning. Like I have to learn something new every single day, or it's hard for me to go to sleep. That's why I always tell people, I'll try to watch one full game before I go to sleep, right before I go to sleep, or it's going to be hard for me to sleep. I'm gonna feel like I didn't accomplish something, and it plays with my mind. It's like I have to, So that's why I'm so obsessed with it, because it's like I just got this weird OCD about it. I have to, I feel like that's probably similar to like the Kobe's and those guys and why they worked so hard. They just felt like they had to, or somebody was going to pass them up, or something. It's something up here that just allows you just to want to outwork everybody. But yeah, man, like I was saying, I had to make a moral decision when it came to not charging anything, when it came to selling program. I'm just like, and then again, like most of these kids don't even need that. I don't know these kids directly. I don't know what they need to work on. So by me putting out a program and just saying like, hey, everybody follow this and you'll be a better player. It's like it don't work like that. Every kid's journey is different. Like every kid's journey is different. I can't just put together a program and think it's a one size fits all thing. Like every kid has their own problems. Like when kids come to me personally and work with me, I don't just put them all through the same thing. You know, like every kid, I always put them through an assessment when it comes to strength and conditioning. Some kids are stronger with a left leg than a right leg. Another kid is vice versa. Some kid can hop further on this left leg, but can't on this right leg. You get what I'm saying? Like every kid is different. So that's my thing. That's my why I took away that paywall.
No, I feel you on that. You must be in it for the love of the game. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
I was talking. Yeah, it was like I was talking to one of my homeboys a few weeks back about. We was talking about like entrepreneurship and all that kind of stuff. One of the things he was saying is like everybody talks about being an entrepreneur is nice because you're working for yourself, and entrepreneurs they can make some nice money. But he was like there's a lot of pro. He's like there's a lot of cons to it. You got to be self disciplined and all that kind of stuff. But just to make a long story short, the key thing was you got to do it for the love of the game. And so I feel like when you get people who do it for the love of the game, you know a byproduct of that is they're willing to share their knowledge for free for the betterment of other people because you probably get. I'm not trying to assume, but it seems like you're doing it because you get fulfillment out of it. Because you just enjoy it. It's something you enjoy. Everybody has something naturally that they find fulfillment in, and they can do it for free. If it was possible for them to do that and be able to survive.
Yeah, bro. Like entrepreneurship. A lot of people don't understand how hard it is. Now, the idea sounds great. No, you don't have no boss. You're working for yourself, dog. A lot of people don't even know. My first 2 years of coaching, I made $0. I was training every week. I made
Wow.
$0 in 2 years. 2 years. People wouldn't
Mm.
last that long with not making no money. They just would have gave up after like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 5 months. But I loved it so much. Like this is my passion. I made $0. I think like the first money I made was from this college player. I trained him for free. I was driving all the way up to his college stadium and training him in his college stadium. And then one day he was like, "Hey man, I got to give you some money, bro. This is great training." I'm like, "No, bro." I'm like, "No, I'm not. This is for free, man." He was like, "Bro," he was like, "Nah, you're not leaving this gym until I give you this money in your hand." So, like that was the first money that I ever made. I think it was like $40, I think, and like that was outside of that. And then another situation, I was training these two brothers, and I was training them every single week, for many months. And then their grandparents, they started, trying to give me money, and I was like, no, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And what they started doing is they would sneak the money in my bag. So like I would turn around and be teaching other kids. They would act like they were leaving, and they would have their kids hop out the car and then run to my bag, put it in my bag, and then run off and jump back in the truck. But again, you have to do it for the love of the game, bro. Because if I would have stopped months after that, I wouldn't have experienced that. And again, I was training so many little kids for free for so long. Like, and parents were starting to appreciate it. They was giving me gift cards. They were writing me letters for my birthday. They were buying me basketballs for Christmas. Like, you get what I'm saying? So you have to hang in there. And as long as you're doing it like with the right intention, things are going to work out. You know. But again, like entrepreneurship, bro, it's a lot of work. You gotta be have discipline, bro. You gotta be tough minded.
Yeah. No, that's for real, man. You're not lying about that. Shout out to the people out there, that's willing to make sacrifices like that, especially for the betterment of other people. But no, that's wonderful, man. Yeah. I'm not trying to glaze. I know
No, you
Spy over there
good,
trying
bro.
to be Mr. Comedian talking about glaze is crazy, but no, you just got to keep it real, man. There's not many people like there out there like this, and I feel like eventually it's gonna come a point in time where more people are gonna catch on. And
Hmm.
for you to get on stream every day, well, not every day, but for you to get on stream for multiple hours out of your day and only maybe have 7 people at most,
Hmm.
and you to keep doing it, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Um, and that that's what makes people great, sacrifices and hard work. Like I know I was saying the other day, Kobe was overrated.
I
Um,
forgot about that.
I'm not gonna debate because I feel like in order to debate, you got to be knowledgeable. So I need to
Nah,
do some more
nah, bro.
homework
It's
and research
you can say what you want, bro. Say what you want. Because again,
before I make that
who's the
before I make
judge
that
of
claim.
who's knowledgeable and who not? You know, just have
Yeah.
talk. Say your piece, and we'll take it from there.
Uh, man, I guess one of the biggest reasons why I said Kobe was overrated was, sometimes it seemed like he took some bad shots, but then again, I haven't watched a lot of full Kobe games to say that, and context is key. But like one thing I did notice though, I was watching. It was one game, but one thing I can't stand about Kobe fans, they sit up there and act like Kobe played with like scrubs. But I sat up there and I watched. It was one game, but I gotta watch more. I sat up there and watched the game. I think they were playing the Cleveland back in 2006. I haven't finished it yet, but man, Smush Parker was going off.
Yeah.
He had a couple threes, got some layups, and I just feel like people like they. I feel like they give him too much credit sometimes. But at the same time, just because I think he's overrated, that don't mean he's a horrible player. Like he's
Yeah.
gonna go down as one of the greats in history. And in some ways, he is underrated. Like I feel like he could have maybe got some more MVP some seasons. And I think it's really impressive how he was able to, you know, win those championships in the mid 2000s. Like and a lot of people they would say, oh well, he had Pau Gasol and all of them, but like at that point, you're moving the goalposts because at first it was Shaq,
Mhm.
but for him to like be able to win those championships in the mid 2000s, that was impressive. But at the time, my mind frame of why I said he was overrated was number one. I felt like his start wasn't as great. Like if you think about guys like Michael Jordan and LeBron, who are argued to be the top two players of all time, they had good starts. Right off the bat, they came out the gate gunning, and Kobe, he kind of struggled. And then towards the end of his career, it was kind of sad to look at.
Mhm.
And it seemed like at one point Kobe was like up here, and then he had that Achilles injury, and he was like never the
Yeah.
same. So I feel like that's another reason why I said he was overrated. So I guess my main arguments would be um, he took some bad shots, and I feel like his start wasn't as great, his end wasn't as great. But you know, don't cook me, cause
Nah, you
I know
good.
you got a lot more ball knowledge than me. But you can educate me on it. I'm open to educate because I don't want this to be like a amen service the whole time.
Mhm.
So educate me. You could refute my points.
So I'll put it like this. So I think, and this you probably may not like this, a lot of people may not like this, but I feel like everybody is like overrated to a certain extent. I feel like everybody because you feel like this. Like a lot of people act like Jordan is just perfect, and again, he's my goal. Everybody's like he's just totally perfect. Like especially when they compare him to LeBron. They're like, he's 6-1 in the finals, and they remove all context and things like that, not understanding that he was losing before Scottie Pippen. You know, so same thing with Braun. I think sometimes he can be overrated in some aspects, in a lot of
Hey,
aspects. So I
hold that
think,
thought. You kind of a little bit muffled.
okay, my bad. Hold up. Can
Yeah. So
you hear me now?
yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you, but the last thing you were talking about, everybody was a little bit overrated, and you were
Yeah,
going in Michael Jordan, and you were transitioning to Bron.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, you good, you good.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, everybody is like it's all just like personal preference and perspective. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of people say
Hmm.
Rudy Gobert is overrated defensively. I don't think so. I do obviously he has his troubles in the playoffs. But I think for how much shit he gets, me personally, I think he's underrated because of that defensively. But some people could say he didn't deserve all four. But I'm like, I mean, he did. Some years um like Anthony Davis was hurt and shit like that. It's like you can't punish him for that. And then he was anchoring, like he was leading a defense that had no elite defenders on it. He had no. He didn't have an Asar Thompson. He didn't have a J Dub. He didn't have a Davian Mitchell. He didn't have none of those guys. Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, and they were number one defense almost every year with Rudy Gobert anchoring. That's how impactful he was. And you can go look at all the numbers. Rudy Gobert was at the top of almost every defensive metric. Like how many defenders in NBA history can lead that 2020 and 2021 Jazz defense to the number one? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, but how many defenders can lead that Jazz squad? Their best defenders was like I think Jay Crowder and somebody like an older Jay Crowder. It's like how many defenders can lead that defense into a number one spot multiple years, And then look at every place he went, look how good their defense got, you know? So I feel like every like that's painted by social media. So whatever social media says, that's how everybody perceives them. Most people. So most people don't even watch the players. So when they say like this player is overrated or this player is underrated, it's hard to it's hard to take that person serious because I know they really haven't watched them. They've only got that knowledge from social media. Social media told them that Rudy Gobert was a bad defender. All he does is get dunked on. You get what I'm saying? So now everybody just believes it. But those same people, they don't watch a lot of Rudy Gobert. They don't understand defense. They don't even understand what he does. They don't understand defense at all. So when somebody says somebody is overrated, I'm just like, do you even really watch them to call them overrated, underrated? Most likely not. Do you understand what makes them great? Probably not. Do you understand what makes them underrated or overrated? You really don't. You just don't like him probably a lot, so you think he's overrated, or you like him a lot, so you think he's underrated. It's just all about narratives and perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do get what you mean, and that's how I kind of feel about. That's why I feel like my arguments about Kobe wouldn't have been too strong because I haven't really watched a lot of full Kobe games, and that's why I was kind of saying like I hate to like really debate because I'm not really that knowledgeable, and I feel like I say all that to if you're going to argue something, you gotta be more knowledgeable about it. So what you're saying is true. Like a lot of people, a lot of humans are lazy and they run with narratives. A lot of narratives. Even if you think about real life. Oh yeah, don't hang around Joe Blow. He got roaches in his house.
Right.
And you might not know that Joe Blow might have had roaches in his house because he lived in an older house that has some structural damage, and he might have some nasty neighbors.
Hmm.
That happens.
Right.
I've seen a lady in New York City. She had rats in her apartment, but do you think it's because she was nasty? No, it's because it was how the building was constructed. And so I say all that to say that people don't take the time out to actually understand why things were the way they are. You know, and a lot of people they're so quick to like, write something off or agree with something.
Yeah.
I think
And
back
and I,
when I
and
was
I
in high school.
like I used to be like that too. Like a long time ago, I used to be like that too. Like I would say something um like back to elementary or something, or especially middle school, I would be like, LeBron is the GOAT. MJ can't do what LeBron does. I would just want like one of those casuals. I've never even watched MJ
Yeah.
before. So how is my opinion
Uh.
relevant at all? You get what I'm saying? So that's why over the past 2 years, I've watched every era. I watched every era every single week. You know? So that's why so I want to be able to have knowledge in any conversation, in any debate about any player. Like I watch a lot of Isaiah Thomas, like Pistons Isaiah Thomas. I watch a lot of the '80s Celtics. You know, like I watch a lot of those teams and those players. So when people have certain opinions on certain players from back then, I can just tell you haven't watched them because I did. They say certain things that just don't make sense. You know, like they'll say something about
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas, he's nowhere near Kyrie or something like that. he can't do this, he can't do this. If Kyrie would have played, it would have looked like witchcraft and all that shit. And I'm like, you haven't watched a lot of Isaiah Thomas. He does a lot of the shit that Kyrie do. May not be like because they weren't able to carry and do all the extra shit, but for the most part, it looks like shockingly similar. If you actually watch a lot of Isaiah Thomas, he was splitting ball screens just like Kyrie do. He was hezzying. He was doing up and unders over 7 footers. It was so similar. He was driving full speed left, shoulder bump you like SGA does, bump fadeaways. He was doing all the shit that we see today. You know? So when people would say like the opposite, I'm like, okay, I don't even want to engage with that argument because they haven't watched them. So I think the most important thing, and it's great that you acknowledged it, like you need to just go watch so you can have a real opinion on it, you know? Because that's gonna put you ahead of most people who be in the comments. That's gonna put you over 95% of people in the comments. Because everybody just talk. They go off emotion. It's like, oh, I love LeBron more than anything. So if you try to compare him to anybody, I'm gonna just deny it. Like, no, he's not better. I mean, MJ is not better. Kobe is not better. No, you get what I'm saying? They just go off emotion instead of actually, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it doesn't matter like what your stance is on a certain player, as long as you actually have a good argument and that good argument is formed from actually watching him. You get what I'm saying? But if you don't watch, like I was having this conversation with somebody a few months ago. I think I posted in the community tab a few months ago. But he was saying he was telling me that Isaiah Thomas for the Pistons, oh he's trash. He can't do this, man. No, I don't want to hear nothing about him. He's trash. And I'm like, I asked him, and he's my bro. He's my bro. I hoop with him all the time. But I was like, have you watched one Isaiah Thomas game? He was like, no, I don't watch that shit. I'm like, okay. Why would we have a debate? You have never watched him. Why would you have a debate? That's like me saying that's like me. I've never worn Under Armour shoes. So it's like somebody asking me like, what does it feel like to play in Under Armour shoes? And I'm like, man, that shit trash. No nobody, man, that shit hurt my feet to do that, and I've never worn it before. You see how that makes no logical sense? That's how it is when they talk shit about players that they never watched, you know? So it's not about being wrong or right. Like if you truly watch the player, you're gonna have a at least a solid argument on, you know what I'm saying? Like who do you watch a lot now? Like what players do you say you probably watch more than anybody? Or teams or it's probably like what, Bron or Steph or somebody like that.
For me, what I watch? Well, I just kind of watch lately. I've really been trying to watch full games
Yeah.
over the summertime. So
Mhm.
the
It
full
ain't
games
even
I
got to be full
completed
games. It
was
could be highlights on like social media or like what player do you
okay.
see the most?
Who do I like to watch?
Yeah.
Um, I'll give you a list. Okay,
Okay.
so I like to watch Curry.
Okay.
No. Kawhi. I'm thinking
Okay.
Kawhi. I like to watch Kawhi. Um, and I like to watch a lot of defense videos,
Okay.
like because when I play pickup ball, that's usually what I I do because I'm not really much of a guy who's gonna go out and score. So like with defense, I like looking at Avery Bradley.
Right.
Um, yeah, mainly Avery Bradley, Kyrie Irving. I like watching him. Um, that's like pretty much all that can come to my mind right now. Of course, I
Yeah.
just like kind of watch a little something here or there. I don't really have
Yeah.
like
Right.
a set I watch, but oh, I can't hear you, little.
Okay.
What'd you say?
You hear me now? You hear me now? Okay. Link in the community tab. You just click that, and then oh shit, boy, this couch went back. Daniel Victor, if you want to hop on. I don't know. He should reconnect. I'm not sure if he will. I'm pretty sure he will. But we can definitely talk next, Daniel. You see it, Daniel? That link? Dang, I don't know why my audio is tripping. Can you hear me now? If you can, it should be in the community tab, like the link. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. Yeah, look in the community tab. That's where I got the link. Hold on, let me post it again. Uh, let me see. How did I just do it last time? What the hell? I just posted it again. I don't think I can post it in the chat. I tried to earlier. I just posted it again in the community tab. See if you can see it now. Let me see if I can. I don't know if you're still in here, Daniel, but can you see that link? Yeah, okay, there we go.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, bro?
Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Lock Nation? How are you? How are you? How are
I'm
you,
doing
brother?
good, man. I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. I just want to let you know that I just want to let you know that I'm here from the Philippines. I'm a Filipino.
Okay, okay. I like that. I like that.
So yeah, you have
No,
uh
that's
you
cool.
have some fans here in the Philippines. So congratulations, man.
Yeah, Risa. Hey, I like it. I love it. I love it. Actually, I can see like my YouTube analytics, and I always see that I have a lot of viewers from the Philippines. I think it's so cool.
Oh shit! Hey, Lock Nation, Lock Nation. Your audio again is dimming again.
Okay,
It's
okay,
going
hold on.
lower. It's getting lower.
Okay, how about now?
All right. That's good. That's good.
Okay. But no, like I was saying, I think it's cool because I can see like my YouTube analytics and they show me where my viewers are from, and I always have a lot from the Philippines, and I think that's so amazing, because like I've never been there obviously, so like just
Yeah.
the fact that people are watching me from the Philippines is crazy. It's crazy, and I appreciate it, man. I really do.
All right. All right. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Here's the thing, man. Like I wanna ask you some a few questions first before we can do a debate.
Okay.
Are you would you consider yourself a LeBron fan? Like a LeBron fan?
I'm a fan of all the great players, honestly. So yeah, I'm a LeBron fan, Jordan fan, everybody fan.
So you believe that you can be a Jordan fan or a Kobe fan and then be a LeBron fan as well, even those
Absolutely,
two
absolutely,
players.
absolutely. You can be all three. Yes, that's how it should be.
Okay, okay, I see. Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't really call myself a LeBron fan. I used to be a LeBron hater,
Mhm.
but nowadays I'm trying to steer away from that. I'm no longer trying to be a LeBron hater nowadays. I'm just trying to be a fan of the game. I'm just trying to be a fan of basketball in general. So
Right.
I'm trying to study all great players and what makes them great. But here's the thing though, it's still very tough for me to be a LeBron fan because of the simple fact that LeBron presents different values to a lot of compared to a lot of different great players. Meaning to say that what makes other great players great, LeBron doesn't embody those values. Let's say for example, staying on one team when the competition gets tough, when the going gets tough. Like I don't see LeBron doing that. Like he always stacks the deck according to his favor and always jumps on and hops on super teams in order for him to be able to capitalize on winning championships because in my opinion he can't really do it without the help of other great superstars on his team. So therefore, because of that, um, I do understand what makes LeBron great. I do understand why you think he's great, but at the same time, I just don't think that he's on the same level as guys like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Bill. Who else? Larry Bird. Who else? Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon. I don't think that he's on the level of those guys. What do you think about that?
So you're saying you don't think he's on the level of those guys because he didn't stay on his team and he
Because
stacked the deck.
because solely because like he's always stacking the deck on his favor and creating super teams in order for him to win championships. Like I'm not trying to say that he's not a top 10 player because I think he is, but I don't think that he doesn't compare to those other great players that I've just mentioned.
Okay, but context matters. So when he first came into the league, he was with the Cavs, and
Right.
he didn't have a lot of great teams. And once he got around 2008, 2009, 2010, he was at a point to where he needed players to help him defeat the Celtics and stuff. He needed a team. It's a team sport. He didn't have enough help at that time. He just didn't, right? He just didn't. So now here's the thing. It's the organization's job to get him the players needed to win. Not even get LeBron the help. Your job or your goal as an organization is it should be to win, right? That
Right.
roster wasn't designed to win. So they failed LeBron. You're supposed to they failed the city, they failed the team, they failed the organization because they were supposed to build a team that could win and they didn't, right? So if I'm LeBron, I'm like, damn, like I've been here for several years. I keep giving y'all chances and chances to build a team that can contend, that can help me, that can help us win, and y'all haven't done it. So if y'all are not going to, like, y'all showing that y'all don't prioritize winning, why should I stay here? I want to win championships. Y'all, it's clear that y'all don't have that same intent. Y'all care more about selling jersey sales or whatever, right? Because if they cared about winning as much as LeBron did, if they really wanted to build a roster, they could have got him somebody. Somebody. They could have tried to get somebody, right? So it's like, hey, if y'all not gonna help me out, why should I stay here? So he
I
went to
see.
Miami. He why went to Miami and played honestly. Now that wasn't the super team that he went to.
Black Nation, you, I
He
can hear your
made
audio.
that a great team.
Your audio. Oh, okay. Yeah,
You hear me?
your audio lowered a bit right there.
It
Your
was.
audio lowered a bit right there.
Dang. I don't know what's going. Can you hear me now?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry,
You
man.
good?
Yeah, yeah. It's just your
Hear me
audio,
now?
man. All right. Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Okay. But like I was saying, that Miami Heat team, that wasn't a super team until he got there. It still wasn't like a super team, but that team didn't become elite until he got there. He was the missing piece that made that team like crazy good. So it's not like he went to a 73-9 team. It wasn't like he went over there and it was Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and Kobe over there, and then he just joined them. You know, So again, I always think about it. I always add that context of like LeBron kept giving the Cavs the first go round chance after chance to build a team. And it's like they weren't on the same page. It's like, I want to win championships. Y'all clearly don't. Why would I stay here if we're not on the same page? It's like you're not going to be in no relationship with a woman if y'all aren't on the same page. If it like everything
Right,
is
right, right, right,
like you're arguing about everything, like y'all
right,
can't
right.
agree on nothing. Like, hey, I'm gonna go do this. She's like, no, go do this. It's like y'all can't agree on anything. Y'all gonna have to break up. It's not
Right,
worth
right.
the stress. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of that's how I look at it. It's like they were supposed to build a team. That's what's going on in Golden State. Steph is waiting and wait. Obviously, at different points of the career, it's like flipped upside down. He's older. LeBron was younger, but year after year, Curry is just waiting on the Warriors to do something in free agency. Like, bring me LeBron, bring me whoever, bring me Giannis. Like, he wants to win, but at this point, again, he's at the later stage of his career, so he probably isn't tripping too much. He's already had what 4 rings now. He's probably not tripping
Yeah,
too much. But LeBron, he was what 25, 26 at the time, somewhere 27, somewhere around there. Like he was near his prime and he hasn't won, and the team is showing no urgency to get him what he needs. It's like, damn, do I want to stay here for extra 2 years? Now I'm 2 years older now. Do I want to stay here for extra 3 years? Now I'm 3 years older now. You get what I'm saying? So I agree with that decision. And again, when he went to Miami, that team wasn't an elite team like a super team or a great team until he got there. He was the missing piece that they needed. Without him, they don't win the championships. And then when he went to Cleveland the next time, he won. He came back 3-1. He was leading that team 3-1. Then he went to LA 2020 bubble. Everybody was struggling with the bubble, and he didn't. He commanded his troops. He like, hey, this is a tough situation, but y'all follow me. I got y'all. I'm gonna lead y'all. Everybody else is not tough enough to deal with the bubble. I am. Y'all get on my back. I'm gonna lead y'all to the promised land. And they ended up winning in 2020. So I don't see, and that team wasn't a super team. It was just a really good constructed team. It wasn't a super team, but it was a really good constructed team.
yeah.
So I'm trying to break down like his stops. I don't really see like any negatives.
I see, I see. Well, here's the thing. I agree as far as when you said that the Miami Heat team, the Miami Heat team, as far as constructed, was not really a super team, and he was the missing piece in that team in order for that team to be elite, right? In order for that team to be a championship team. However,
Mhm.
I would disagree when you said that the Cleveland team from 2007 to 2010 were not a championship team. Like that team was not constructed to be a championship team. I disagree on that, man, because the thing is that that same team on the Cavs, bro, from 2007 to 2010, they made the finals once, right? From
Mhm.
2007, and then they had like multiple All Stars on that team. If you don't quite remember it quite clearly, they had multiple All Stars on that team: LeBron James, Mo Williams, what his name? Ilagoskas,
Yeah,
I think.
I can say his name. We got a center, the big man. Yeah,
Yeah, Jonas Ilgauskas, if you
yeah,
remember
something
him,
like
right?
that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So there were multiple All Stars on that team, and what I'm trying to say is that if you remember, Kobe didn't have the superstar back then, bro. Like it was just decent players like Pau Gasol, Andrew Bynum, Lamar Odom, Ron Artest. Like those guys weren't franchise players, bro. They were not true superstars. They were not top five, top 10 players in the league. Uh,
Mhm.
Pau Gasol is just a one-time All-Star. Pau Gasol is just a one-time All-Star before he got to the Lakers. That was one time with the Memphis Grizzlies in 2006, and that's about
Mhm.
it. Like he's not a consistent All-Star. But yet, if you take a look at Kobe's team during those time periods, like they were beating the same teams that beat LeBron during those playoff years. You know what I mean? Like the
Mhm.
Spurs from 2008, the Orlando Magic from 2009, the Boston Celtics from 2010. Like those were
Mhm.
the same teams that were beating LeBron the year prior, or the same series, or the same playoff run prior, for the Cavs to get to the finals in order for LeBron James to face those Lakers teams that Kobe carried into the finals. So therefore, because of that, I don't necessarily agree with you when you said that those Cavs teams, as constructed, were not built to win championships, because they were the first seeded team in the East, if you quite remember it. They were winning 66 games during those time periods when on the regular season. So because of that, I do believe that those Cavs team were actually championship teams. And yeah, the Lakers won in 2020. They were not really a super team. They were not constructed as a super team, like with two legitimate superstars. Like it was just him and Anthony Davis. But yeah, man, like if you're gonna talk about the 2020 bubble ring, the bubble ring is not really that tough, bro. Like if we I understand that the circumstances that are going on regarding that environment, regarding that championship run, but they were facing a Miami Heat team, and that same Miami Heat team was like what, like the fourth seeded team in the East. So
Mhm.
because of that, like I don't really consider that run a very legitimate championship in the same level of championships that Kobe and Mike won, or even the same level of championships that Hakeem won. Like Hakeem won literally like tough rings, had to get out of the very tough Western Conference in order for him to win those two back-to-back championships. So yeah, I don't think that that bubble ring is as tough as the other legends that had to put their teams on their back to win championships. You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
not on the same level as Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan. He's not on the level of those guys, in my opinion. But yeah, like I'm not. I don't want to diminish LeBron's legacy, because I don't think that there's anything to diminish. I'm just speaking facts, bro. I just see it how it is. So because of that, like yeah, I don't think that his legacy is on par as some of those guys that I've just mentioned. But at the same time, though, like I respect him, but I just don't like have him on my Mount Rushmore or on my top five. If that makes sense.
Okay. Who is in your top five?
Yeah, that's a very easy list. Like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan. Those are my top five, right?
Okay. So why is Kobe number two to you?
Oh yeah, because if you ask me, man, like Kobe, it's not just about winning rings, bro. Well, actually, like Kobe won the most, in my opinion, some of the most hardest rings ever for a player to ever win a championship. Like in my opinion, Kobe from 2009 2010, like those back-to-back rings that he had, those were some of the toughest things that any player can go through, man. Like he was facing all 50 win teams from the Western Conference in order for him to get out of the West, and then had to face the Big Four out of the East in the Boston Celtics in order for him to win a championship. Like those things were very tough, man. But other than that, though, the reason why Kobe is in my number two is because if you ask me, Kobe had little to no weaknesses on his game, bro. Kobe had little to no weaknesses on his game. Like his offensive brilliance is unmatched. Like his footwork is unmatched, other than Michael Jordan. His shot creation is unmatched, other than Michael Jordan. His pure skill level is unmatched, other than Michael Jordan. And out of all of the players that tried to copy Michael Jordan, he's the one that only came close to him. And we can argue about his field goal percentage and this his like inefficiency sometimes, but in my opinion, bro, like it doesn't matter if you're shooting 15 out of 35 shots. Like if you're able to get the result of winning, and if you're able to like do whatever it takes to be able to win, and do whatever is necessary in order for you to win, and you're able to carry your team on your back as the best player on your team. That's what really matters to me. So it doesn't matter even if you're shooting 7 out of 24 shots. If you're playing on both sides of the ball and you're able to do the necessary do the necessary actions in order for you to win, and in order for you to carry your team as a whole, then I see that that's the only thing that matters to me. It doesn't matter how efficient you are when it comes to your field goal percentage. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
why I have Kobe
I
number
actually
two.
agree with that 100%. I've said that like many times. Like when people talk about Kobe's percentages and all that, I'm like, did he win? Did he win though? Did he figure out like when the
Yeah,
game was on the
exactly.
line? Did he win? That's what
Yeah,
matters. You can shoot 1 for 15, but when the game is on the line, if you can bring it home, like that's what matters. So I think
exactly.
I've always had that same stance. So but again, most people are just stat watchers, so they
Yeah.
just look at stats and they just compare based on that, but they don't understand like the context of it or understand what's really
Exactly.
going
These
on.
ESPN analysts are great examples, bro. These sports media analysts like Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, who else? Like fucking I don't know, like fucking Kendrick Perkins and
Mm.
the fat dude. I forgot what his name is. The LeBron fanboy, the LeBron fanboy as well. The fat dude. I forgot what his name is. Brian Windhorst. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, right, yeah, yeah, right,
Brian
yeah, yeah,
Windhorst.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
These these sports media analysts are great examples of not truly knowing basketball and not understanding the context of the game, but rather just paying attention to what the stats says and then having the conclusion of what makes this player great is because of his stats. And that's not really a great way to watch basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like back to the point, it's like a player could be shooting a great percentage for most of the game, and then when the game is on the line, they fail, they flop, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I think the result is way more important. But yeah, that's a good take. Like when it comes to Kobe being number two. Now, do I have him number two? No, but could I like accept your answer number two? Yes. Now a lot of people they would say like, oh, he's number two because I just like him more than everybody else, or
Yeah.
um because he Mamba mentality, or they'll just say something like it's just like okay,
Right.
you just like him more. You're just a fan of him than everybody else. But as long as you have a real reason why, even if I don't believe, I'm like okay, I got you. I can be down with that. You know, as
Right.
long as you have a logical argument. I like to say a logical argument. And yours is pretty logical. You broke it down on why you thought that Kobe was number two, and it makes sense to me. Again, do I agree? No, but do I understand? Absolutely. Like, could
Yeah.
somebody sit down with me and like debate Kobe being number two or number three, whatever? Absolutely. You would have a really good argument to convince me that he's number two. Um, but what was the point? What was we talking about? What was you talking about? Because I can talk about Kobe all day. Honestly, I can talk about Kobe all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Like, I just want to talk about that. Like, I just want to differentiate what the mainstream analysts are doing and what they think what makes a player great as opposed to how real
Yeah,
hoopers think what makes a player
that
great
that's the
because
thing
because
with those analysts, man. Like it's all entertainment for them. Like
right, right,
the people who actually know basketball would never be on ESPN because usually the people who know basketball and are entertaining that just doesn't exist, or it's not a
right,
lot of.
right,
It's rare for somebody to be very entertaining and know basketball. That is very rare. It's either one or the other. You know a lot of basketball, and you're just not TV entertaining, or the opposite, right? So you got to take what they say with a grain of salt because they're trying to get views. If they really cared about teaching basketball, they would bring coaches on every time and let them break down like games, post game, and like JJ Redick break down offensive actions and defensive scheme. They will never do that type of stuff because they know the
right,
casual viewer does not care about what offense Joe Mazzulla is running. They don't care about what defensive scheme Mark Dagnall is running in OKC. They don't care about that. Like the general population don't care. So why bring on guys who really know basketball when that's not what the viewers want to see? Just bring on guys who are entertaining, guys who can just scream at the TV and the camera all day and not say nothing. Guys who can rage bait, say dumb stuff in order to get a reaction. Because if you say something dumb, like let's say I'll say Allen Iverson is the GOAT. Like if Stephen A. Smith came on TV and was like, Allen Iverson is the GOAT, that would blow up. That would go
yeah,
viral. Everybody would talk about it. NBA players will be responding to him. It would go viral. That's their secret. Like that's their goal is just to go viral and to blow up. So I try to stay away from the mainstream media, man, because it's just going to take you in a weird place. Because remember back in 2021, 2022, when Russ was with the Lakers and he was just playing terrible or playing pretty
yeah,
bad
yeah,
for the most part?
yeah,
The media slammed Russ every single day. I don't know if you remember,
exactly.
every single post, they were laughing at how bad Russ was missing and hitting shots off the backboard, airballing, dropping the ball. Like every single game, they was putting the camera on him, pretty much laughing at him that entire season. It was so bad that the Lakers crowd was telling him not to shoot. Like when has that ever happened? It like they created this negative narrative on Russ, and even his own fans started to hate him. Now that he's retired, now they're posting nothing but positive things, like they was positive all along. It's just like you can't take the media serious. Their goal isn't to push the game forward. Their job isn't to, or their goal isn't to teach people basketball. It's just not. It's to be entertaining. It's to get
Right,
views. You know. So
yeah,
again, you can't really take them serious. I don't remember the last time I watched like ESPN or something like that. Obviously, you're gonna see clips online on social media naturally, but I don't take anything they say serious because I understand what they're doing. They're just rage baiting. It's like people in the comments. They're just rage baiting. That's it. That's all they're doing. So I can't take
yeah.
that serious. But back to the top 10 thing, bro. Like um, I definitely have Bird in my top 10. What is your criteria for like your top 10?
Oh,
Is it
that's
like
easy, bro.
purely
That's easy.
winning or what?
Oh, it's a combination of many different things, bro.
Okay.
I'd say this: you're winning championships,
Okay.
your skill sets as a player, the amount of weaknesses that you have or you don't have as a player, your context for being able to win championships,
Okay.
your leadership,
Hmm.
when it comes to winning championships, and as far as being able to elevate your teammates, like being able to like being able to transition your teammates from a regular player to a great player. Like let's say for example Michael Jordan. Like uh, everybody's saying that Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen. No, bro, he didn't have Scottie Pippen. He made Scottie Pippen. Do you know what I mean?
I feel, yeah, I got
He
you. I
made
got you. I
Scottie
got you.
Pippen. Yeah, he made Scottie Pippen. Like he made Scottie Pippen great. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan, there would be no Scottie Pippen, bro. Like he trained every single day with Scottie Pippen and turned him into one of the best all-time perimeter defenders out there, so that we can know that this player right here can literally, uh, you know, help the Bulls win the championship eventually. And yeah, man, like those are the those are the main criteria. Oh, and legacy too, legacy. Yeah, if
Yeah.
legacy comes into play when it comes to talking about top 10 players, like championships, skill sets, leadership, context, and legacy. Those are the
Mhm.
five criteria that I have for ranking the all-time greatest top 10 players in the history of the game, man.
I got you. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. You got
Yeah.
anything else? Another question? Whatever you want to debate.
Uh,
Whatever you want. Whatever you want to. I'll answer.
all right. So here's the thing, bro. Yeah. So here's the thing, bro. Like, who I want to ask you this question. Like, who do you think is more skilled, like Larry Bird or Luka Doncic?
I'm going to go. I'm going Bird. I'm going Bird.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
I'm going Bird
Exactly. Me too.
because like as a coach, I really prioritize like really good basketball. You know, high IQ. Just like
High IQ.
let me put it like this because that's not obviously Luca has IQ, but let me put it like this: guys who impact winning. You know, like
Right.
with their play style, mentality. Larry Bird just blows Luca out the waters when it comes to impacting winning. You know, well, Larry Bird was willing to do anything to win, whether he had to go get a rebound, whether he had to play defense, whether he had to play off the ball, whether he had to have the ball. Luca, he's not going to guard at all. He's not going to give effort. He's not.
Right, right. He's not
He's
gonna
not going to
guard,
chase a
man.
rebound. If he gets off the ball, he's just going to stand there and watch you. He's not about to go set no screens for nobody. He's not about to do anything else but just stand there. You know. But also, I think Larry Bird was like the ultimate connector. You know what I'm saying? As far as like he could play within the flow of the offense and still end the game with 30 points. You know, and when you can, it's like the Steph effect. When you can dominate within the floor of the offense, you make everybody better, and that's what impacting winning means. Because a lot of players can just dominate the ball. James Harden can dominate the ball, but it's going to be hard to really win if your four teammates are barely scoring. You know, they're barely shooting the ball. They're cold most of the game. You know, but when you're playing that Larry Bird style of play, especially during the '80s with that '80s Celtics team, that's one of my favorite teams ever. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge, Robert Parrish, they were all getting the ball. They were all like I always tell people, a team is harder to stop when all five players have it going rather than just one. When five players have
Right.
it going or four players have it going compared to one, I'm telling you, it's night and day. Dennis Johnson, he was always on go. You know, he was always because Bird was always going to kick him the ball in transition. He was always going to hit him when he was open every single time. You know, same thing with Robert Parrish. Robert Parrish was always going to get the entry pass down low whenever he wanted to. He was always going to get the lob. If he ran in transition, he was going to get the outlet pass. Like Bird was just the ultimate connector. He raised the level of all four players. And when you talk about impact and winning, that's what I look at. How do you elevate the other four players? And I think with Luca, it's different. He doesn't really elevate many people. Now, of course, he can elevate a big man to a certain extent. You know, like in a pick and roll, giving him easier looks. He can also create open looks for shooters, but at the same time, it's just not at the level as like a Larry Bird. You know, because it's different. Because if those guys are not hitting those open shots that Luka is giving to, and then again, he's not throwing them all the time because he's trying to score most of the time. So those guys, they probably getting like one shot attempt every 5 minutes or some shit, you know, as far as all of them, you know. But Larry Bird, everybody is touching the ball. like he said in the interview, like basketball is a simple game. Like when the ball gets moving, everybody touches the ball, everybody gets going. It's a very fun and simple game. He
Exactly.
understood that. Yeah, we all have it going. All five of us, you can't beat us. It's like Steph. This is
Right.
why Steph is so impactful. He raises the level of everybody. He makes basketball easy for everybody. You get what I'm saying? Especially
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
big man and stuff. Like it's crazy. As far as like, because he's really good at screening and playing off the ball, and his gravity just creates so much confusion and so much attention that the big man he can slip to the basket, easy bucket. Like Iguodala was getting so many easy cuts. Draymond, he was looking like the best passer of all time because of Steph was able to create so much attention that Steph was either open or if he wasn't open, he just drew two defenders. Now Iggy just slipped or Kevon Looney just slipped. Now he open. Draymond hits him for a dunk. Like it elevated everybody's play, you know? And that's why a long-winded answer, but that's why I think Larry Bird like impacts winning way more than Luka and why he will always be better.
Yeah, the reason why I asked that question, bro, is because I'm literally so sick of these content creators on YouTube, these basketball content creators on YouTube talking about, oh, you need to be able to learn this type of handle, this type of move, this type of back, in order for you to be able to
Yeah.
be good at the game and be able to be hard to guard. Like, no, they're not thinking about the game as a whole, bro. They're not thinking about the whole game as a five man game where everybody needs
Yep.
to get involved in order for you to be able to be impacting your team on a winning level. They don't think about that. All they think about is the latest highlight trendy reel on Instagram
Mhm.
and be able to do sham gods and crossovers and between the legs all over
Right.
all over again and again. Like it makes me sick to my stomach that I don't know if you're gonna agree on this, but every time someone says that Kyrie is the most skilled player of all time, they have never seen Magic play, bro. They have never seen Magic
Nope.
play. They have never seen Bird play. They have never seen Jordan play. They have never seen Kobe play. They have never seen guys like Isaiah Thomas or Oscar Robertson play. Like they have never seen those guys play. That's why I have a lot of disagreements when people say that, oh, this guy's very skilled, because they're talking about not very they're not talking about his skill set as a whole. They're just talking about his handle. So if they talk about Kyrie, if they talk about Kyrie being the most skilled player ever, they're not talking about his game as a whole. They're just talking about how amazing his handle is. That's why I
Hmm.
don't really say that Kyrie is more skilled than Steph, because Steph can do a whole lot of things other than just handling the ball, bro.
Hmm.
I can't really say that Kyrie's game is more skilled than Steph, because Steph does a lot of these things well on a very efficient level, and not just by handling the ball, but being able to play without the ball, being able to communicate to his teammates, being able to run set plays, run motion offenses, and be able to hit shots on any different kind of scenarios, whether that he's open, whether he's not. Like, bro, Steph's game is on a whole different level. So how can you say that Kyrie's more skilled than him? You know
It,
what I'm
it's
saying?
all about it's all about aesthetic, man. Whoever looks like
Aesthetic,
game
aesthetic.
looks the best, that's who they think the better player is. It's like literally, and this is why I stop arguing with people who think like this. They'll look at Magic Johnson dribbling and be like, "Oh, he couldn't play today. He couldn't dribble." And I'm like, "Bro, do y'all not understand that he was 6'9", like handling the ball in transition, full speed, while like having it on a string. Like a lot of people don't even understand how hard that is. At
Right.
6'9", to be able to run full speed in transition without losing the ball, being able to change direction on a dime at 6'9", that is an elite handle. You don't need to do all these fancy moves to have a handle. Can you protect the ball? Do dudes steal the ball from you? Yes or no? No. Dudes was not running up to Magic stealing the ball all the time. That's why he was a point
Right.
guard. That's why he always brought it up, which means he had an elite handle. It's that simple. Elite handle is all about protecting the ball. Coaches don't care about how your dribbling looks. Can you protect the ball? Yes or no? If you have to back guys down full court just to protect the ball, coaches don't mind that. Protect the ball. I don't care how it looks. You know? So that's the thing when people always talk about when I try to compare Kyrie and like Pistons Isaiah Thomas, they immediately just
Right.
think about the aesthetic. Like, no, Kyrie, he's more flashy. His bag is deeper. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, who is the better player? Like who? Like what makes? I'll ask them like, what makes Kyrie better than Pistons Isaiah Thomas? And they'll just say, oh, he can dribble better. He has better moves. And I'm like, since when does that make you a better basketball player? Like, since when does being able to dribble better make you a better basketball player? You know, it's
Exactly.
the thing with Larry, but they say the same thing for Larry. It's like it's like we've seen players dominate without dribbling. So why are y'all acting like that's just so important? Do y'all not see what Steph is doing? Did y'all not see what Reggie Miller was doing? Did y'all not see what Rip Hamilton was doing? So why are y'all acting like dribbling like you to be an elite player, a dominant player, you have to be the best dribbler? Like when like
Right.
it's mind boggling. Like I said with Magic, it's like Magic was a 6'9" point guard. Like he could bring it up the floor, he could score in the post, he could finish at the rim in transition, dunk on you, left, right hand finish. He was elite in the pick and roll, and he understood every read. He understood how to control the game. He could get everybody to their spots, a real floor general. So he was going to raise the floor of everybody. And then if he could hit open mid range shots, and if he needed to go get a bucket, he would go get a bucket. And he was 6'9" doing all of this. That translates to every era. And if people will be like, oh, all you have to do is just sag back and he can't shoot, so that's how you lock him up. You don't think teams back then tried that? Do y'all think y'all smarter than the coaches back in the night? You don't think the coaches in the '90s was like, okay, if we want to lock up, or the '80s, you like they were like, okay, let's just if we want to lock up Magic and the Lakers, let's just sag back. You don't think they tried that? They did. I watched a lot of Magic games. Sometimes they would try that. But all he would do, they would call up a screen, they set the screen, now he just go downhill. Or if you sag back in the paint, he just runs at you. Or he just bags you down. Okay, you standing in the paint. Okay, that's where I want to go anyway. I'm gonna just walk down. I'm not gonna shoot. I'm gonna just walk down. And now I'm a 6'9" point guard. You a 6'4" point guard. Now I'm gonna just hit you with this baby hook over the top.
Yeah,
And
that's
now
tough.
if you
That's tough, bro. That's tough to
exactly,
stop.
exactly. And now if you do play up on Magic, now he just get into the pick and roll. And you can't stop him in the pick and roll. He's too good of a passer. He's 6'9", can see over top. If you play off, it's like, okay, I'm gonna just walk to where you at. I'm not gonna shoot. It's like, okay, I'm not an elite shooter. I can just walk you down. You know? So it's like all of these people, they think they know more than the coaches back then, and they think it's just a simple fix. Like, oh, all you have to do is this. Or MJ couldn't shoot, just sag off. I'm like, okay, y'all don't think teams try to do that against MJ, and he ended up hitting like 5 threes, 6 threes on you or something like that? Like, you don't think they
Right.
tried that? So again, this is what I was telling Just Walk Away, who I was just talking with previously. It's like these players, man, like a lot of not players, but a lot of people, they have opinions on certain things and they never watched them before. You can tell how they talk about certain players, they never watched them. Like talking shit about Magic, saying he couldn't handle the ball and he couldn't do this. It only a person who never watched full Magic games would say that. That's how I feel
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. Exactly. And the thing is, man, is that I'm sick. The reason why I'm talking about this topic, bro, is because like every time people see that, oh, Harden is more skilled than Kobe, Harden is more skilled than Jordan, Kyrie is more skilled than Magic, Kyrie is more skilled than Isaiah, Kyrie is more skilled than John Stockton, Kyrie is more skilled than
Man,
Jason Kidd. And people say that Luka Doncic is more skilled than Larry Bird, bro. Like, I'm just thinking to myself, bro, haven't you watched these guys play? Like, if you haven't watched these guys play, that's a very sad life, in my opinion.
right?
That's a very sad life, in my
Especially
opinion.
when
Like,
like you can it's all free on social media, like YouTube. You can watch full games
exactly,
from the eight, like it's available.
exactly. And that's all you think about. All you think about is guys' handle, guys' bag. You don't really factor in the tangibles and the value that they bring on the team on the court in order for them to carry a team towards winning. Like you don't really value any of those things. Like every time I hear someone like say, "Oh, like LeBron doesn't have a bag. Oh, LeBron can't cross over. Like LeBron doesn't have between the legs dribble. Like LeBron doesn't have a sham god. Like all of these all these dumb, the
Right.
dumb arguments that
Crazy.
people try to bring up. I said it earlier that he's not greater than Kobe in my eyes,
Right.
but that doesn't mean that I don't think that LeBron is not skilled. Does that make any sense?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I
So
even made I made a video. I don't know if you've seen it. I forgot. I think it was a month ago, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, something. But I was basically going against exactly what you said, or no, agreeing with what you said as far as like, well, I was going at people when they say LeBron doesn't have a bag and all this shit. So I made a video breaking down like he just understands how to play simple, efficient basketball. He doesn't need a bag, just like Larry Bird didn't need a bag. You get he
yeah.
understood how to play basketball. And I broke down. I forgot what game. It may have been like a finals game versus Golden State. It may have been 2016 where he scored like 30 points or 40 points, something. It may have been 40 points. And I broke down every single bucket that he scored, and it was on open shots, it was on backdoor cuts, it was on like cutting, running in transition, alley oops, it was on free throws, it was on straight line drops, it was on basic stuff. Like he mastered the simple stuff, which is why he can score so easy and so efficiently. All of these bad work guys, they always are not efficient or not reliable in the big moments because they're always going to take a bad shot. But LeBron is almost always going to get a good shot. Always. It is not just because of his size. Again, that helps, obviously. But he's always getting good shots. Every time. Again, I broke down every single shot that he
Right.
made in the I'm pretty sure it was the finals that was going against Golden State. And like I said, it was all cuts, it was all open shots, it was all running in transition. It didn't surprise me, but it was crazy how many points he was scoring in transition, just like sprinting, just outrunning everybody. Kyrie throws it ahead, he catches it, finishes. Like he mastered the simple stuff. It's just that's how literally Bird played. That's how he would get 30 just off of like he would get down in the post, call for the ball, catch it, fade away, no dribbles. You know, hit you
Right.
with a cut, boom, backboard, finish, transition, catch it, finish, catch and shoot. Dennis Johnson drive, kick to him in the mid range, catch and shoot, 3 pointer, catch and shoot. Like that's all he did was the simple stuff. He didn't need to dribble. He was that good. He understood basketball at a high level. He mastered the simple stuff, you know. And this generation, they don't like simplicity. Simplicity is too boring, even though that's what makes
Yeah.
the best players. They rather you dribble like Kyrie and James Harden. Even though James Harden has never won, even Kobe said that he wasn't a winner. He wasn't going to win playing that style. You
Yeah.
know,
Exactly.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm like. Like even Kobe said, and has James Harden won yet since Kobe said that? No, no, he
Right.
hasn't been
Right.
close. He was shooting them. He was shooting the Cavs after Knicks series. Like Jalen
Right.
Brunson was just letting him shoot all them step backs. Just let him shoot over and over again, bricking, stinking it up, low field goal percentage, turnovers. Kobe's seen it. Kobe's
Yeah.
IQ is incredibly high, which is why it's so
Yeah.
sad that he's gone because he would have been a great like coach, whether it was like AAU or something. Just him being able to talk to the kids, he would have been so great. He would have been. He's exactly what this generation needs. Like simplicity, man. Learn how to play basketball the right way. Larry Bird, I wish he talked more. Like because when he does, he's always talking about the simplicity of the game and how it's so simple. You know, that's what we. That's what
Yeah.
we need. That's what we need more of. But yeah, LeBron, it's the simple stuff. But a lot of people are going to ignore that video and still say, "Oh, he didn't. He don't have a bag." So I'm just like, ah, some people just stuck in their own ways, man. I'll try to help who I can. Who I can't, I just leave out to dry.
Right. Right. And do you know Grandmaster Hoops, bro?
That's
Do you
the
know Grandmaster
trainer,
Hoops?
right? The coach, right?
Sorry, what?
That's the coach, right? The trainer.
Yeah, yeah, that's the coach. He said that
Yeah.
90% of your shots, 90% of your shots will come from one or two dribble pull-ups, catch and shoot threes, straight line drives, cuts and layups, and free throws. That's about it. That's all you need
Yes.
to work on, bro.
Yes.
That's all you need to work on. Like you don't have to work on the fucking bag just to get a shot off. Why make it tough? Why
Exactly.
make it tough when you can make it
Exactly.
easier, bro? The game is a lot simpler than you think it is, bro. It's crazy
And,
that
earlier,
these students
like
don't understand that.
you know who Con Knipple is, right? The guy for the Hornets.
Yeah, yeah, that guy.
So he made this past season. He made, I think, the most threes in like rookie, like the most threes a rookie has ever made in a season, or whatever. Right? It's some crazy record for threes made. So a few days ago, I went and tracked every single 3 pointer he made. It was like 200 something. It took me like an hour straight. I went through all of them, right? And it surprised me. It didn't surprise me, but it was crazy how most of his shots were open. Most of the threes that he made was open, which is why he made such a high percentage, right? So the thing is, that means like a lot of trainers will see that and go like, man, we need to learn his form, we need to learn his mechanics, we need to learn that. It's like, no, what he mastered was how to get open shots. He
Right.
mastered hunting open shots. So I studied every single shot and how he got it. Right? He scored over 200 something points from wide open threes. And that didn't even include all of the other actions that he did to get those open shots. I'm talking about just like wide open shots, defensive breakdowns or something. He made 200 some points from those shots. Now, all of the other points came from open threes off of like ghost screen actions, running in transition. So he would just outrun you in transition, get to the corner, open three. Or off of the offensive rebound, his team would get the offensive rebound. Usually the defense on the offensive rebound, they all scramble, they looking around trying to see who to match up with. He takes advantage of that, sprints to the 3 point line, open three. Or he'll go set a screen for somebody. Now, let's say he's about to set a screen, an off ball screen for LaMelo. Let's say he's about to set the screen. LaMelo cuts to the basket. He pops out to the 3 point line, open three. You get what I'm saying? Like he mastered the art of hunting open threes. Same thing with Steph. Obviously, as Steph, got I mean, better and better. Like he got less and less open shots, but even still, he still hunts open shots. But
Yeah, he still
Concacafo
has
has mastered that, which is why his
right.
percentage is so high. He's shooting like 42% from three. It's not
Yeah,
because he's like the most skilled shooter of all time or better than everybody. It's simply because he gets more better shots than everybody. So if you're
yeah,
shooting more better shots, your percentage is going to be very high. That's why there's a lot of people who can shoot just as good as Concacaf. If you put them in an empty gym, tell them to make you got ten shots in every spot, all five spots. Most people in the NBA at the shooting guard position can make just as much as Concacaf. But in a game, clearly there's something different because he can hunt open shots and most players can't. So that's why a lot of shooters who have the skill to shoot like Concacaf, their percentage looks nothing like his because their shot selection is totally different. So guys who can shoot just like Concacaf, if their shot selection is different, they probably shoot 36%, 37%, and Concacaf shoots 42% because he gets more open shots. I don't know if that hopefully that makes sense, but like you need to be hunting open shots. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
That's the
Exactly,
thing.
exactly.
That's the thing with Concacaf. It's the simplicity. It's the simplicity. It's the fundamentals. I always say the four keys to being an elite offensive player is understanding spacing and all the spacing concepts, off ball movement, which is what I just talked about now. Closeouts, closeout situations. That situation happens more than any situation in basketball, and then straight line drives. Those are the only
Yeah,
four things you need to be an elite basketball player. You know, that's how you impact winning. You'll be able to play with any team, whether you're the number one option, the fourth option, the fifth option, you're going to get a lot of minutes because you're going to impact winning. And none of that had to do with bag work. You get what I'm saying?
right, 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 right. Hey, hey, lockdown. Lock Nation. I have to go now because I have a lot of things to do. Thank you for your
Okay.
time, man. I truly
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
the
Appreciate it.
conversation,
Appreciate.
man.
I really enjoyed
It's
the
a good
conversation.
conversation.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
All
no
right.
problem, brother. Anytime.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's exactly my shit going dead too. That's exactly why I got my charger with me. Uh, what's Scott saying? Yeah, I've always said that. I wouldn't say that. Content. What are you talking about? Also, Lamelo helped him a lot. I mean, even without Lamelo, he was still getting open shots. He was getting open shots with at Duke. Like the things he's doing now, he was doing at Duke. Was LaMelo at Duke? No. So I get what you're saying. LaMelo definitely helps if he's an elite player, but Colin Kniffel was going to get open shots with or without LaMelo. Obviously, with LaMelo, is he going to get a little bit more open shots? Yes. But without LaMelo, he's still getting open shots. Don't forget, I literally just watched every single shot that Colin Kniffel made. So I promise you, I've seen it. A lot of his assists didn't come from LaMelo. Or assisted shots, or however you say that, didn't all come from LaMelo. I promise you that. Yeah, he's that great of a shooter because he gets high percentage shots. That's why he's a great shooter. If he didn't know how to create open shots, he would not be a good shooter. All these guys in the NBA can shoot. Like most of these guys, especially at the two guard, a lot of them can shoot, but not a lot of them can get open looks. That's why the percentages are not that good. James Harden can, like an empty gym, can outshoot Colin Kniffel or shoot just as well as Colin Kniffel. But his percentages will never be like Colin Kniffel because their shot diet and shot selection is just totally different. But there's a lot of people in the league who get open shots at Hornets. Who? Name them. Who's the lot of people who get open shots? That's just talking. I bet you can't name like who the hell gets open shots that aren't as great as Con. Damn, I should have been there. Damn. I have a lot more I wanted to say. Yeah, we definitely have to chop it up again. That was a really good conversation. Your conversation and Daniel, the guy I just got off with. Those are my favorite two conversations. I've really enjoyed those conversations. Those were amazing conversations, bro. I really enjoyed those. That's why I'm on way longer than I thought because I really enjoyed it. Sky, you need to take notes. Take notes from Just Walk Away and Daniel. That's how you have a conversation, man. You gotta take notes. Malik Beasley, Monk, they don't create open shots like him. Malik Beasley is pretty good at creating open shots. Don't get me wrong, but he can shoot just as good as Conker though. He just isn't probably he don't create as much. I feel like as Conker though, but he's still pretty solid. Guy is a good contrarian. Yeah, he is. As good as Conker. No, I'm saying Malik Beasley isn't. I'm saying he does create a lot of open shots, and he is a really good knockdown shooter. But I don't think he creates more open shots than Conker. Like that's why Malik Beasley's percentage was so high. And he's like he's getting paid a lot now. Well, not now, but he was with Detroit. His shooting percentage was so high. He's making so many shots, but he was making so many, creating so many open shots and making so many open shots. Next thing I want to talk about is old heads versus the young heads. Yeah, that's definitely a good conversation. I'm gonna have to check out Con. Yeah, for sure. He different, man. He different. Yeah, both of them are dumb in their own ways. Who are you talking about, Scott? Who dumb in their own ways? I know you ain't talking about Just Walk Away and Daniel. You better not be talking about them. Those are great conversations. Those are the best two conversations I've had on YouTube. I love conversations like that. Yeah, Scott, you got to step your game up because shit, they might be regulars, man. When I hop on stream, they might be regulars. Those are great conversations. Yeah, no problem. Just walk away, no problem. Scott, you got to step your game up, man. Hey, if me agreeing with you will make me have a great convo, they did agree with me. That's the thing. Daniel, Daniel was literally, Daniel was literally going against a lot of what I was saying. That's why, and but he had amazing points. He was actually making me think. You know, he had amazing points. Yeah, Daniel was cooking. Yeah, and just walk away. It wasn't a good convo because he was agreeing with me. It was because of his thought process. You can tell like he understands. He understands. Like if somebody was just calling me and just agreeing with everything I'm saying, I would just kick him off. That would be weird, you know. But just walk away. He had his own thought process. You could tell a lot of the things we're talking about. Those are things he's been thinking about. You know, I could tell. I could tell. What what don't I understand? I don't know, man. I may post the stream on YouTube. You will have to just study. You know, you got to do your homework. Get your pencil and your notepad, and you have to learn from the best. Because Daniel, I love that conversation. I love that conversation. He kept me on my toes and everything. Like he really made me think. You have to do your homework on on what Daniel did, on how Daniel was doing. Like you really gotta. I didn't know that conversation was gonna go like that. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't think it was gonna go like that. Like he really knew his stuff. He really knew his stuff. And like those are like some of the best conversations. I can't wait to have William on. I can't wait to have William on. He'll probably have better conversations than you too, Scott. You probably gonna be at like number 4. Can I count? Just walk away. Um, yeah, you'll be at number 3. Well, no, you'll be at number 4 if William. I think William he'll have better conversation than you two. What were you guys talking about? We're talking about a lot. We were kind of going through things a lot. Um, we were talking about I think Kobe and we were talking about a lot actually. We was talking about a lot of good shit like how society looks at or the young basketball generation prioritizes bag work over efficiency and winning basketball and man, I love those conversations because if you, again, y'all watch my page a lot on here, so y'all know I'm all about winning and like winning players, impacting winning. And Daniel was the same way. Like he understood. He understood. That's shit. Yeah, of course. Everybody knows bag work is overrated, but not everybody can explain why. Not everybody can articulate a really good argument and explain why. It's easy to say, "Oh, bag work is overrated. You don't need all the fancy moves. You just need to play simple." It's easy to say that. Anybody can say that. You can say that, Scott. But to dive deep into it and really give like an articulate uh, uh, answer, not everybody can do that. Like he really dove deep into it. Like we were breaking down Isaiah Thomas's game from the '90s, Larry Bird. Like that was a real deep conversation, and how you can elevate your teammates, how the intangibles matter, and that's what I was talking to you about, Scott. Remember when I was telling you about Luca doesn't have the winning intangibles, and you didn't understand what I was talking about, Daniel knew what I was talking about. You didn't, but Daniel did. We also talked about how Larry Bird was way better than Luca and how Luca wasn't a winner. Yeah, Daniel has ball knowledge, but yeah, Sky, like I'm not biased, bro. Who am I biased on or against? I'm not biased with nobody. And again, that's another point me and Daniel was making. We was like, we're just fans of basketball, man. How is that being biased? I'll say he is more of a winning player. Cooper Flag, yes. Now, again, you just don't understand, man. You're gonna have to go back and watch what Daniel was saying, bro. I'm telling you, you got to watch what Daniel was saying. He understands exactly what I mean. Again, you were talk. We were. I was trying to explain to you winning intangibles and how you actually win. You didn't understand what I was saying, so it was hard to get deeper with that conversation. But Daniel understood exactly what I was talking about, and he didn't agree with me. He said it on his own. He said it on his own. I didn't tell him to say it. I didn't say it first, and he just copied what I said. He said it first. Like I said, I didn't know that conversation was gonna be that good. He actually knew his stuff, and he actually got me thinking. He actually got me wanting to go. Um, I was gonna watch women's game tonight. I may watch a Kobe game. He made me really want to go back, or a young LeBron game. He made me really want to go back and watch. I did. I understand. He's a foul. He just you doesn't agree. That doesn't mean I don't understand. See, you still don't understand. That's the ironic thing. You still don't understand. If you think that I'm saying that you don't understand just because you don't agree with me, that you still don't understand. Because there were things that Daniel was saying that I didn't agree with, and vice versa. But we still had an understanding of what we were both meaning because our arguments was so well put together and well thought out and well researched. But yeah, man, you definitely need to study Daniel. Daniel and just walk away. Best two conversations. You'll get better though, Sky. You'll get better one day. I know it's probably hard right now, but maybe in a few months or a few years, your ball knowledge will like get halfway to that of Daniels and just walk away. Just keep watching basketball. Keep learning. So one day you'll be able to talk basketball with me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't be discouraged. I was once like you. I was once like you. No, I'm rage baiting. Just walk away. I'm rage baiting. No, but just yeah, again, I'm just rage baiting. But just walk away, and that's why you're good. You're so good to have a conversation with because you got a lot to learn. Those are usually the best people to have a conversation with because people who think they know everything, those conversations don't go nowhere. You know, I learned most of my knowledge from literally talking to coaches who know way more than me. Like you're going to learn a lot and you're going to learn fast because you acknowledge that you have a lot to learn and you want to learn. Remember what we talked about? I told you how obsessed I am with learning. That's how you get knowledge. You aren't just born with it. You gotta go get it. Um, but I'm just going to agree with you, dogs. Sky going to flame me? No, we not, man. No, we not. Like I realized that Pippen is probably a top 10 defender. I mean, there ain't no probably. Coach Midrange has helped me a lot. Yeah, bro. Coach Midrange, that's he the man, bro. We need more coaches. We need more coaches like him for sure. We need more coaches in the training space than these online trainers. We need coaches, not trainers. Michael Lancaster is the best. I don't know about that. I mean, if that's your opinion, I respect it, but okay, now I know you trolling. Okay, now I know you trolling. No, hell no. No. Shout out to Michael Lancaster. Shout out to, no, don't shout out to Larry, but shout out to Michael Lancaster. But I don't see anything that makes him, like a good trainer or really good. He's not a bad trainer, obviously, but I don't really know what he does that makes him special. He teaches the same shit like my local trainer taught me when I was in fifth grade. They teach the same shit. So if Michael Lancaster is looked at as one of the best trainers in the world, then I guess the guy that trained me locally up the street, I guess he's one of the best as well. I don't know. I don't even know Michael Lancaster stuff. He just teaches a bunch of moves. That's literally just what he does. Just like most online trainers. And he's just like he's very detailed. He's one of those guys who overcomplicate everything. He wants to explain like every single thing that don't matter. I call them unnecessary details. That's what I always call like when trainers act like they're so detailed when in reality they're just giving you a whole bunch of nothing. They're just saying a whole bunch of nothing. That's what Michael Lancaster does. He just says a whole bunch of nothing. But that's how he makes his money. That's how what I'm saying. It is what it is. But he he'll just teach a whole bunch of nothing. And Larry the Undertaker, I have no opinion on him anymore. I don't even know what you go to him to learn. Like, what do you learn when you go to him? I don't know. At least when you go to Michael Lancaster, you know what you're going to learn. You're going to learn a whole bunch of moves. You ain't going to use them in the game, but you know what you're going there for. Like, what do you go to Larry for? Like, what are you trying to learn? Like, you gonna go there to get choked and shit, get choke slammed, and I don't know why you would go to Larry. Like, what high level player would be like, oh, I need Larry the Undertaker's training. I don't think there's one person who would say that. I agree though. That Luca does not get need what? I agree though that Luca does need to get better, but also it's crazy how he doesn't have the winning mentality. No, he is a winner. He's not the ultimate winner. Like James Harden and Luca, they're not losers. They're not losers. They're just not the ultimate winners, and that's why they will never really win at the highest level. No matter who their teammates are, they just won't be able to win. And again, you saying it's just crazy how he doesn't have the winning mentality and he's still really great. The fact that you're saying that, you still just don't understand what we talked about. Again, take notes of what Daniel was saying. He'll explain. He probably explained it even better than me. And I don't even know Michael Lynn. Oh yeah, these skill trainers never heard of help defense ever, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. I made a post in my school community. It was this one girl. It was this one trainer. He was training this girl, and he had her start at the top of the key. She did like a double move, and she drove to the right elbow, and then did another move, and then did a step back, and she damn near ended her shot on like the right wing. She started at the top of the key, did a move, drove diagonal damn near towards the right wing. I'm like, bro, like that will never happen. Like, are you training her to play 1 versus 0? Now, if you're training her to play 1 versus 0, then I'll set up. Then that's gonna work when you're playing nobody. Even playing twos, that's not gonna work. Threes, damn so not working. 5v5, it's crazy, crazy. And that's the thing, like not teaching help defense, like that's what fucks up most players when they get used to all this dribbling and shit. Now you put help defense there, it fucks up everything. All the shit that they learn goes out the window. Help defense is that important. So when trainers don't teach it, like you're handicapping that player. Because I know that defensive mindset is one of the most important things, and that you need to have a good mindset. How to scam, yeah, for sure. But I can also put my defensive bias aside. I appreciate a lot of players despite them having flaws. I do too. I appreciate Luca too. I appreciate Luca despite having flaws. I'm doing exactly what you say you do. I give Luca his credit all the time. I always say he's one of the best players, one of the best offensive like scorers that I've ever personally seen. I always talk about his IQ. I always talk about how well he can read, like his reads in the pick and roll. I always say that he's really clutch usually. Like he really has that killer mindset in the clutch. I always give him this credit. But when somebody is as great as Luca, you have to hold him to a different standard. He's so great that I hold him to that bird and that type of standard, you know. So when he fails that, I'm gonna call him out on it. I'm not gonna hold him to a standard of an average player or just a random all star. He's Luka Doncic. You know, he's one of the best players of this generation, like talent wise, skill wise. One of the best scoring machines we've ever seen. You ask most of the top defenders in the NBA who the hardest player to guard is. Most of them say Luca. Like Luca is different, so I hold him to that high standard. Is he going to be an all-time great player? Yes, he already is. But now the next step for him is like the top 10, the top 15. But with him not being able to do the things that I talked about, he will never get there. WWE, yeah, I guess that's why you would go to Larry. That's all I'm saying. They're not ultimate winners. That's all I said. They're winners, but not ultimate winners. Ooh, what are you saying? Are you saying like you saying Luca is a winner, but not the ultimate winner? Bro, because I'm using your logic against you, Lock. It's just the inconsistencies with criteria and biases. That's why, like, I can critique Luca for real defense. I don't even know what you're saying. I agreed. I said I do that as well. I can call Luca out while also appreciate him. So I don't really get what you're saying. To be fair, I don't think Luca will ever be in that bird tier. Of course not. Would you rather have a prime Kendrick Perkins on your team or? I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard choice. That's a hard choice. Give me Andrew Bynum. But also saying he's not even top 10, and you also take Andrew because you take Andrew Ooh, shit, but my damn dome was locked up. Yeah, I think maybe need to think twice about boxing in a few days or whenever I choose to go to it. Go to the gym and get some smoke. Yeah, that's how I used to feel after I got through fighting somebody in boxing. I'm telling you, going to school, like going to school a day after you just fought somebody in boxing, your whole face is sore, your neck is sore, your nose is sore, your mouth is sore. You can barely talk. You can barely walk. Like it was crazy, bro. Your damn face swelled up. People that didn't know you box think you getting beat on at home and shit. Like it was boxing different, bro. Then when your nose busted and you can't like sniff or you can't breathe out your nose, and the teacher is telling you you got to do some test at 8 a.m. and I can't even breathe out my nose and see out my eye. Boy, I used to walk out of class like y'all are tripping. Like I just got my ass beat last night. I don't care about no test. That shit was OG. I'm telling you, like they did not know the war I just had last night. That's why like boxing is such a lonely sport. Because if you play football for your school, everybody know you play. But boxing, nobody but my close friends knew. I'm just walking around school, can't breathe, can barely talk. I can barely see out my eyes and shit. I got a knot on my head. And it was crazy. But also, oh yeah, Luca for me is not top 10. That's just me. Now, could he fight his way in like the 7, 8, 9? Of course. But again, I just think I really judge it based on the playoffs. And I think this year, when it gets to the playoffs, I think there's going to be 10 people better than us in the postseason. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I will come on and say I'm wrong. That's what I'm saying. I'm not no Luca hater, bro. Like if he balls out, plays on both ends of the leads his team to the finals, wins the finals. Even if he don't win, like if he gets to the finals and plays really well on both ends and loses, I will come on here and say like, okay, he proved me wrong. Like he is a top 5 player. He's a top 4, top 3 player. Like, I have no problem saying that I don't hate him. I don't hate him. But the thing is, I don't think I'm wrong. When it comes to Luca right now, I truly believe what I believe. You know. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna get off. I'm sleeping. I'm gonna fall asleep. Again, appreciate y'all for coming through, bro. Have some great conversation. Sky, you need to get better.